Waiting for all the signals to show that it is time to go live on another Sunday night. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, what is going on? My name is Dee, and today I'm answering your mobile content creator questions, your mobile YouTuber questions, your mobile app questions, your mobile microphone questions, your mobile questions, and we're going to harass Justin Brown from Primal Video because he's in the chat right now. How's it going, Justin? Nice to see you in here. Sweeney Dunston, how you doing? Narfield, how you doing? I see James Pruitt in here. How you guys doing? How is your week? How's your weekend been? And by the way, if you are just chiming in here, as a lot of you are, because I see people are starting to pile in, head down to the description. I've got a link down there. You can click on the link and drop your question in a form because the chat's going to get moving really fast, and I'm not going to be able to pull questions out of the chat. So I'm going to open up a form and then read them that way. First come, first serve, and I'll only answer a set amount of questions today. Doug Hughes of YT, how's it going? How's it going? Romantic, how you doing, sir? Matt Hayes, how you doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Go ahead and chime off. Let me know. Chime off, chime out. What would it be? Chime off, chime. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're at in the world. Iron Sight, how you doing? Welcome to the membership, everybody. Heavy Metal Chef, how you guys doing? How was your week? My week was great. I had a very, very productive week. As some of you know, I opened up a new template service for STREAMYARD where I do template overlays and that sort of thing, custom overlays for STREAMYARD users. Working really hard all week on that. That's what I've been doing. Making videos, editing videos. New video is going to be dropping here in the next couple of days. Fired up for that. So you guys, Sweeney's chiming in from Tennessee. Las Vegas, Idaho. I know Justin is in, and Doug are in Australia. Oh, and Jamaica. What's going on in Jamaica? Man, I haven't been to Jamaica in like 25 plus years. I used to go to Negril, Jamaica a long time ago. Good times. Florida, greetings from California. All righty. All righty. So yeah, I'm going to jump right into the questions today. Get right into these because these are going to pile up and they're going to go really fast. And surprisingly, there's not a lot in there yet. So if you have a question, head down to the description, click on the link, and ask your question. First question comes in from Narfield, who is here every single Sunday asking questions. Question is, let's say I want to make a gaming montage, but I want to use copyrighted music. Can I just upload it as an unlisted video and share it with my friends without worrying about a claim or a strike? That's actually a really good question, and the answer is no, you cannot do that. YouTube has what's called a content ID system. Think of it as a digital fingerprint. When right holders, when they submit their content to YouTube, it can be videos, it can be music, right? It takes a fingerprint of that music, and it doesn't matter if it's public, if it's unlisted, or if it's private, they can still see the content. So if you uploaded something with a video or music that you do not own, you can still get a copyright claim on that music or video. So no, you don't want to put anything up on YouTube that you do not have a license for, or you do not own the rights for, or you do not have permission to use. So there's that. Hey, Tube Techie, how's it going, man? Nice to see you in here. Scrap and Palette Man, nice to see you. Hope you were doing well. You do it. How's it going, man? Nice to see you in here, John. Vin's Plays is chiming in from the Philippines. Right on. All righty, this question, a gamer eats Monas asks the question, what is the fastest way to grow my YouTube channel? I cover this one just about every single week, and there isn't a fastest way. There is the hard work way. There isn't a shortcut. There isn't a button. There isn't a course that you can buy that's going to get you from A to Z any faster. Well, I'm going to take that back. You might be able to join a course if you get with the right mentor, the right program that can give you the tools, right? Because you're lacking skills. That's what it comes down to. You're lacking the skills to move along quickly. So maybe if you join the right course, you can accelerate your growth. But there isn't a button where you don't actually have to do the work. There's a lot to learn. We have to learn how to make thumbnails. We have to learn how to edit. We have to learn how to present in front of the camera or be a great gamer. We have to learn how to make, craft great titles, write descriptions. There's a lot of stuff to learn. And unfortunately, there's no fast way to do it. But here's what you do. First, you have to know who you're making the content for. Who are you trying to reach with your videos? Find an audience, serve that audience, and make helpful videos for them, right? If all my channel was about was like, hey, I want to pick out my kids, Well, first of all, that would be crazy because I don't have any kids. That would be insane because I don't have any kids. And then we would have to worry about whose kids I was picking up. But you probably wouldn't be interested in watching me just going to the store or going to pick up my kids, or because there's no real value in that unless I made it incredibly entertaining. Like if I picked up someone else's kids. This is going to be a crazy stream. I can feel it. But you have to add some sort of a value. You got to give people a reason to want to watch your content. So if you can connect with an audience, you're going to grow. Unfortunately, the rest of it comes down to hard work. You just got to put in the work like everybody else. And don't pick up anybody's kids unless you have permission to do so. It's going to be one of those streams. Next question comes from Matt Hayes, who says, was not so much a question, but something I hope you could inspire someone watching now. Interesting. I nearly gave up on my channel this year, and I came back about a month ago. I've since gained 1.5 thousand subscribers, almost doubling my following, and I bagged a collab with the biggest channel in my niche, then the biggest channel in the other similar niche, and then this week I had the single biggest individual in the world involved in my niche. What? Don't give up on your dreams, guys. You never know when your break is going to come. Matt, first of all, that's fantastic. I know you've been in the trenches grinding this out for as long as I've been doing this. You've showed up to all the streams. You're always asking questions, and it looks like you're hitting your groove. It looks like you are hitting your groove. So congratulations on hitting those collabs. It's very important, though. So as this new traffic starts to come to your channel, you're going to start to see growth. You're going to start to see new people coming in. It's very important to make sure that the videos that you did collabs on, right, that type of content, that's why they're coming over to your channel. So if you want to keep all the people who are coming, you want to make sure to give them more content that they came for in the first place. So whatever type of content that you made on those other channels, that's why they're coming over. Keep making that type of content, dude. And congratulations, man. Like, yeah, you've put in the work, and yeah, good. Congrats, man. I know you've been grinding it out. John Paulum, how you doing, sir? Fully involved media group. How you doing? I think I saw the fat guy in here. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Justin Brown says, there's no secret pill. Justin, there is a secret pill, but not for YouTube growth. There's pills for other types of growth, says Hoon, but there is no YouTube growth. Sidnia drops the first super chat of the day. We're going to drop a little super chat funk.
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Let's see what's going on here. Chiming in from South Africa. Right on, man. Right on. Justin. Behave, Justin. Behave. There is a delay. Is there a delay? Jockey 3S, I have no idea how to pronounce your name, says, is there a delay? We probably have a, I don't know, 15-second delay, maybe. It depends. It depends. All right, next question. Congratulations, Matt. Really, man, I'm sincerely happy for you. You're growing, man. Just stay on top of it. Now's your chance. Arms weak, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti, all that stuff. Next question comes from Gamerboy Arib. I probably just killed your last name. Question is, first, I've got many views, but now I don't get that much. Like I had 66 views, but now I've got 10 views. Can you please tell me why? Okay, the level that you're at right now, 66 views, 10 views, 30 views, 50 views, I don't beat yourself up on it. All that means is you've made particular videos that have connected a little bit better than your other videos have, right? You've made a video and maybe their thumbnail was better on one particular video, or the topic was just a little bit better on the other video. But right now at your stage, right, 10 views, 66 views, don't get too caught up in this right now, right? You're missing the big picture. Here's what I want you to do. Focus everything you have on learning how to make good looking thumbnails so you can be one of the best looking channels in your niche. All right, if you're a gamer, focus everything on making great thumbnails. Focus everything on becoming a better editor or becoming a better gamer. When you do this, instead of focusing on the views, right, when you get better, when you build those skills that you need to become better, you're going to get better and the views are going to come. But right now, you're new, you're starting out, you're chasing individual views. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility for you to end up with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bots that aren't even real watching your video. Like that sort of thing happens. Once you start to get some more views, a couple of hundred views, yeah, then start to focus on that stuff. But right now, focus on building the skills you need to get better at all aspects of YouTube. Don't worry about the views right now. It's too early for that. Next question from Kiva Fox. It says, how do you make good tags and where to find good music and what do you use to edit your videos? All right, well, there's 3 questions there. The first one, how do you make good tags? You need TubeBuddy, right? Unless you want to guess. You can guess for the tags. You can do your own research and look at other channels and see the tags that they use. You can use TubeBuddy for that to find better ranking tags. But here's the important thing about tags. Tags are not going to move the needle on your video. Just like there's no magic pill for YouTube growth. Justin, settle down. There isn't a magic tag for YouTube growth. I see so many times people say, I put all the right tags in, but I'm not growing. I don't understand. Because tags don't move the needle. Tags are for clarification. Tags are to tell YouTube more information about what your video is about. The more information you give YouTube about what your video is about, the better chance they have of collecting data on that video, because they're also collecting data on users and their user history and their watch history, right? They're collecting data on the videos, they're collecting data on the viewers, and they're trying to figure out what this viewer wants to watch next. So the more information you give them, they might be able to make that connection. So tags are great for alternate spellings, right? If there's a misspelled way of writing a word, put that in there. If there's other ways of writing your title, in a way that other people might search for it, or another way to say it, or different keyword phrases that they might use tags for that, but it's not going to move the needle. Don't put a lot of, you could, no joke, you could not put tags and you would probably be fine. It's probably the lowest ranking in terms of importance. I mean, add them, but they're not very important. Question, where to find good music? If you want to pay for good music, I get the majority of my music from Epidemic Sound. That's where I get most of my music. You do pay for it, but you get what you pay for. Next question, if you want something free, go to the YouTube audio library. If you're just getting random music off the internet, you're probably going to get hit with a copyright claim. What do you use to edit your videos? It depends on what I'm making. I love to use Vegas Pro when I'm on my iPad. I love Vegas Pro when I'm on my laptop. I like LumaFusion on my iPad, and I like Videoleap on my iPhone. So it depends on what I'm doing. Next question. Actually, I'm going to hop into the chat real quick here. Because I think.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Cosmic W? Well, I thought you were already a channel member. No? I thought, okay. Welcome back. Keep an eye on my community feed. I do have a link in there for a private Facebook group for members only, so make sure you join that. I have to manually approve you. So welcome. Head over to the community feed and look at the members only posts. And we'll have a members live stream here within the next couple of days. Fat Guy says the super chat song was so good, man. Is that new? I don't know if that one's new. I do have a new one in here that I added last week. Oh, man. And also, I want to say, because I didn't say this early on, and I should have said this early on, today's show, as it always is, every single Sunday, is brought to you by TubeBuddy, #1 browser plugin and growth app for YouTubers. It can help you get your keywords together, your tags together, help you get your titles together. And if you have a computer and you have the Legend package, you can A/B test your thumbnails to figure out which one of your thumbnails performs better, gives you the most clicks. Look, if you're doing TubeBuddy, if you're doing YouTube without TubeBuddy, you're missing a tool. So this is a fantastic tool. I use it for every single video, trying to find opportunities where I can rank. TubeBuddy is fantastic for that. Also, today's show is brought to you by STREAMYARD. Those of you who have a computer and you want to bring in guests on your live stream, you can do that on a computer, and you can do this on an Android, an iPhone, a tablet, or an iPad. Fantastic live streaming platform. It is browser-based. This is not an app, and it's great for bringing on guests. This is not for gamers. So if you want to bring guests on and have a conversation, up to 10 people at a time, or just do talking head type live shows like this, you can go to StreamYardFree.com and get signed up for StreamYard there. You can use the free version. You can use the free version of StreamYard. It just comes with a watermark. No big deal. So thanks to both of the sponsors. Let's see here. Scrolling back to the chat here. See what I missed here. Oh, Cosmic W says, I wish I was a legend, but I'm poor. That's okay. You work with what you have. Keep going. Keep making your content. You'll get there. Regina Show, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. And Doug is saying that's a Sony ZV-1 camera. So somebody may have asked about the actual camera that I'm using. Yeah, so maybe last month, I was using my iPhone using an app called IV Cam. And those of you who were around last week during the disaster of the live stream when this camera actually stopped working, then I switched over to IV Cam really quick. If you want to go live with your iPhone or your Android, you can go live with Epoch Cam, with OBS Cam, with IV Cam, and you can pull those into a computer and use it as a camera source. And now Filmic Pro, which is a professional video app, camera app, that can be used as a webcam as well. For quality, Filmic Pro is going to be the best one. Hands down, it's going to give you the best choices, it's going to have the best image, but it's also the more expensive option. Congratulations on hitting 800 subs. Who was that? That was Football Edits. Congratulations. Cosmic W says, what kind of mic are you using? I'm just curious. This is if you've ever been to a concert and the singer is holding a microphone, big cable and all that stuff, that's usually a Shure SM58. It's the standard tried and true audio microphone. These mics have been around forever. I'm using one for live streaming. I'm running it through a Rode Rodecaster, which adds a little bit of EQ, some compression, a little noise gate. But this is like a $90 microphone. It is an XLR. It's not USB. But yeah, this is great. Great little microphone. Let's see. Moving on to the next question. This one comes from Meebs Orb. It says, are copyrighted claims the same as copyright strikes? If not, is there a relationship between the two? That is a great question. Okay, so if you upload content that you don't have a license to or you don't have permission to use, and sometimes it happens accidentally, you can be issued either a copyright claim or a copyright strike. Here's the difference between the two. A copyright claim does not damage your channel. What that means is, if any ads are placed on your video, there's any monetization whatsoever on that video, the person who claimed that, the person who holds the rights to whatever it is that they're claiming, could be music, for example, they are now going to get any ad revenue that plays on that video, okay? Does not hurt your channel. That doesn't mean you want to do it. I mean, it's still poor form, but they're going to claim any ad revenue. Now, if you're monetized, that means you don't make any money on it, right? They're going to claim 100% of the monetization. And if that video goes viral and you end up getting millions of views, guess who's not making one penny from that? You. Now, a copyright strike, that's serious. A copyright strike means that the rights holder wants that removed. They don't want the ad money. They're not interested in that. All they want is that content removed from YouTube. Now, here's the thing about copyright strikes. If you get 3 strikes within a 90-day period, you lose your YouTube channel. It's gone. YouTube will delete your YouTube channel 3 copyright strikes within a 90-day period. Unfortunately, this has become a tactic to have YouTube channels removed. So let's say you steal 2 of my videos. Okay, so once you're in the partner program, you have access inside of YouTube Studio to see where your content is on YouTube. They'll alert you and say, hey, this channel is using your video or videos, and this is where your video is there. They used 100% of the video, they use 50% of the video, and they let you know. So one of the tactics that's being used right now is people will let you build up, right? So maybe I see you steal one of my videos and I don't do anything. And then I notice you steal a second one. Then I notice you steal a third one, and I can issue 3 strikes at the same time and have your channel deleted. So people are they've weaponized this. And unfortunately, it happens with fake copyright claims as well, but you can usually wiggle around that if you can get a hold of somebody at YouTube, which is a bit like wrangling a unicorn, but you can usually get around that. But the legit strikes, yeah, you lose your channel over that. And you're not supposed to open up a new one. So if you lose one and you come back and open another one and they catch you with IP address or something like that, they can shut that one down too. And if you have multiple channels and you lose one, they all go down like dominoes. So don't use content you don't have the rights to. Hey, Pia, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. We are not going to talk about beards today. Pia, I promise, no beard talk. Beyond that little thing right there. All right, next question. Next question comes from Mike Makaish. Man, I know I nailed that name one time, and I hope I remembered how to say it right. It says, I use LumaFusion to make my thumbnails, but they are not high resolution. According to TubeBuddy, can you help me with that? Okay, so what you're doing is you're taking a screen grab outside of LumaFusion and you're building something on top of that and saving it out that way. In order to get a high resolution tag, I would focus on trying to export an image that is 1920 by 1080. All of my thumbnails, well, let's say 98% of my thumbnails go up as 1920 by 1080. So when you're taking that screenshot and you're building it, you might not be saving it out at the actual full size, or it might be shrinking it down. I haven't tried to build a thumbnail inside of LumaFusion, so I'm not exactly sure, but you want to make sure that when it's finished exporting, it's 1920 by 1080. It's a size thing, and size matters. Size matters when it comes to thumbnails. Next question, football edits HD. Question is, I want to make my videos like HD. 1080p, 60 frames per second, it pops. But when I try to change the resolution, it still looks like the video's in 480p. Please help. You are, let me see what you're doing here. You're doing a sports channel, you're on a desktop laptop. Okay, so first, I'm a little unsure of what you're doing here. I understand what you want it to look like, but you have to make sure that you are recording it. So if you want to output at 1080p, 60 frames per second, you need to record it at 1080p, 60 frames per second. If you're recording it in 720 or 1080, 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second, and you're trying to upscale that, you're not going to be able to do that. There might be a plugin somewhere to help you upscale it a little bit, but it's not going to be a true, it's not going to be the quality that you want. Upscaling can only do so much. The way it works is you can't theoretically upscale and have it look really good. You might be able to upscale from like 24 frames to 30 frames per second, or you might be able to upscale with a software to go from 720 to 1080, or up to 720 to 1080, but up to 60 frames per second, you need to record that in 60 frames per second. Because what that means is there's 60 images within that second. Right. So, and if they're not there, then it's just, you're not going to have that quality to work with. So you have to start by recording it in how you want to actually output it and upload it to YouTube. So if it's looking like 480, and it probably has to do something with how you're recording it. Unfortunately, I don't know how you're recording the footage. You said you're doing sports. So I don't know if you're shooting it, or I don't know if you're just doing screen grabs or screen captures. Screen captures, as far as I know, you're going to have to find one that has 60 frames per second. You might be able to do that with Streamlabs or OBS. I'm not sure. I haven't tried. But that's key. Upscaling is not going to work. Next question. Killa 1X Gaming. How do I get more watch time? You get more watch time by getting people to watch your videos longer. The best way to get watch time, and it's tough if you're a brand new channel and you don't have people, you don't have a community yet, the best way is to go live. Live stream and try to get a couple of people into your live stream, 2 people, 3 people, and just go live on a regular basis. That's going to be the fastest way to get watch time. Now you're probably trying to figure out how you can get monetized, I'm guessing, which means you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I need to hydrate. One moment, please. I don't want you to put a lot of, like, don't beat yourself up trying to get monetized, right? Focus on, I believe you said you were a gamer. Let me double check. Yeah, you're a gaming channel. Focus on becoming a better gamer. Focus on getting great looking thumbnails. Focus on learning how to make the right topics. Focus on, if you are uploading the gameplay instead of going live, focus on becoming a better editor. Like, those are the things you need to focus on, because look, when you do get monetized, and we can ask right here in the chat, show of hands, how many people were disappointed when they finally got monetized, when they got their first Google AdSense check, or when they first started seeing how little they actually received, how many people were disappointed with the money that they're getting from Google? I'm one of those people. Now, here's the thing. There are certain types of content that can give you a really high CPM, right? They'll pay you really high, but most people are not making a lot of money doing that. So a lot of people get disappointed. They think, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get monetized. My life is going to change. And then they get their first Google check for like, $8. You need, hey, American Tie Guy, what's going on, brother? So like you need to either get a lot of views, right? So if you have a low CPM, which stands for cost per meal, basically, how much they pay you per 1,000 views. You need to either get a lot of views or you need to be in a niche where they pay a lot of money. So automotives, business, that sort of thing. Self-help, that sort of thing. I'm going to go into the chat here. So a lot of hands up right now. A lot of hands are up. And the weird thing is, hey, Farmstead Smith, how you doing? So the weird thing is, you will find, if you go into your analytics, you'll find that different videos will give you different, you'll make different amounts of money. One, because the views are generally different, but two, different topics can have different ads play on top of your video. And your user base, where your viewers are in the world, that makes a difference too. So if your primary audience is in the United States, or Canada, or Australia, or Germany, or one of the more, I don't say this negatively towards other countries, but if you're in a top tier for ad rate companies, or ad rates, for ad rates with YouTube, those viewers, you end up getting more money from them, right? So you might get on average maybe $7 for every 1,000 views, versus if your audience is in Malaysia or India or Bangladesh or Pakistan or Thailand, you might get $2 or $4. So where your audience is can make a huge difference on how much you make per video, in addition to the type of content that you make. So ad rates could be all over the place. But generally, hey Sam, how you doing, man? Nice to see you in here. Generally speaking, ad money can be all over the place. If you want to make money on ads and you're not making a lot of views, then I would go follow, you need to do this anyway. Go follow Roberto Blake. Subscribe to Roberto Blake. Follow him on Twitter, follow him on YouTube. Talk to him about the type of content, the type of niches that get paid the most for ad revenue. He's got all that stuff on lock and he can help you there. So Roberto Blake, follow him if you're not already. All right, next question. I think I answered that one. Let me back up here. And I'm going to change. Let me change this. I'll put this up for a change. Okay. This question comes from Scope Lyrics. Scope Lyrics says, hey, D, my question is, my channel was rejected for monetization twice for reused content. Then I deleted the reused content and I got turned down again. What should I do? And if you have a copyright claim, can that be an issue? Thank you very much for answering. Much love. Okay, yeah. So what happens is when you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you're not automatically entered into YouTube's partner program, right, for monetization. A lot of people think, oh, it's automatic, right? I hit the numbers and I'm in. It doesn't work that way. All you've done is you've met the criteria for them to look at your account, look at your channel, give your channel an audit to see if they are going to accept you into the program, right? All that 1,000 subscriber and 4,000 hours of watch time did is get you to the front door. You got to knock on the door. YouTube's going to open the door. They're going to look you up. They're going to look you down and let you know if they're going to let you into the club or not. All right. So if you have a history of reused content, if you have a history of copyright issues, probably one is probably not going to be a problem. But if your channel is just littered with copyright issues, copyright claims, copyright strikes, it's just a problematic channel, or your content is risky. Your content doesn't fall into family-friendly type content, or you're going against YouTube's terms of services, they can deny you. So all you can do is just keep trying. You can, if they identify the content that they said is reused content, remove that. And if you're making a particular type of content that it's racy, it's dicey, it's edgy, it's going against their terms of service, If you want to make money off of YouTube, you're going to have to change that. Now, the good news is, there is good news here. The good news is you don't have to wait to be monetized from YouTube in order to make money on YouTube. You do have to be monetized if you want to make money from the ads that are played on your video. You do have to be monetized if you want to get super chat money. But man, jump into affiliate marketing. Come up with something to sell. Do you have merch? Get some merch together. Come up with a product to sell. Come up with a course. Put an email list together. I mean, there's so many different ways you can make money. I don't know what size your channel is, but focus on working with brands. Try to get paid sponsored videos. Like, you do not have to wait for YouTube's permission to get monetized. All the partner program does is allow you to get paid for the ads and for the super chats on your channel. But there's nobody holding you back from seeking funding elsewhere. Go get it. Go get it. Get that money. All right, next question. Get that money, son. Next question comes from Zain Sa. How can I keep an audience engaged in videos and also in a channel for a long time? I know subscribers leave and people who view changes always, but how can I keep them hooked longer? That's a great question. Man, you guys are asking me all the good questions tonight, and I absolutely love it. I love questions that are great questions like this, to where, because it's too many, hey, how do I grow my YouTube channel? Done to death. But very specific questions like this are fantastic. So Zane, I'm looking at your channel here, and it looks like you are doing how to make more money, selling limits. Hold on here. Looks like you're doing marketing, eBay, scam alert, drop shipping. Okay, I see what you're doing here. Shopify, Amazon, that sort of thing. Okay, so here's I'm going to give you a couple of things that you can do. A couple of things you can do is this, and you might be doing some of these already. And I'm going to have a look. I'm just going to randomly click on one of your videos. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to see if you're doing all this stuff. I'm going to share the screen while I do this. So give me one second here. Go here. I'm going to share the screen. And I'm not doing channel reviews tonight, but I'm just going to pull this up because while I'm talking about what's going on, I want to look at it. Make sure that this is being shared. Alrighty. So I just randomly clicked on this video. Okay, subscribe to my channel, interested in selling merchandise, YouTube. Okay, so you're definitely putting links into your description. Okay, linking out to other videos. That's great. You're pinning your own comment in this video. Should exactly blah, 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 blah. Okay, one thing I would do, and I'm going to nitpick here because sometimes nitpicking matters. So when you are putting your pinned comment together, like this is a word vomit of text right here. People generally are not going to put a lot of effort into reading a comment that you've pinned. Pick a very, very, very short sentence and tell them what that's about. Like, watch next, 3 Amazon tips for whatever, right? Just think of a very short way to say it and just tell them watch next and drop the link. You're putting a huge amount of text right there. Like it was painful to me to even read through it. So shorten that as much as possible. You want them to skim through it, watch next, here's 3 Amazon tips you don't want to miss. Link out to that. Be very specific. Try to get sales, you're talking about sales, craft your text in a way that's kind of salesy. Use trigger words that make them want to click on it as short as possible. Don't put a lot of text there. And another nitpick here, while we have your channel pulled up. Let me double check here. While I have your channel pulled up, like all of this is good, right? You're putting all this stuff here. You're doing the things, but I would break it up a little bit. And by that, I mean separate it, because my eyes kind of go cross when I see all of this stuff. I don't know what to look at. I don't know which one is the most important. I don't know where I'm supposed to look. I don't know where I'm supposed to click. So what I would do is maybe add some separation, use some colored emojis. Like, do you see how much that little heart stands out right there when you look across everything else? Right? Like that heart, try to pick a couple of different colored emojis, try to draw some attention to it, add some spacing, let that breathe a little bit. Confused, like this is good, right? Like confused, start selling this. confused. I would clarify that a little bit more. Like, what are you confused about? You need to be very specific about the text that you're using. And also, yeah, add the spacing, add some colored emojis, get very specific with your text, right? Click or check if you're good to go and sell on eBay. I don't think the text that you're using in some of these is very compelling. It's not going to make me go, yeah, I need to click that. You need to be more specific. Tell them what it is. Like, confused, start selling this. Confused about what? Be very, very specific about what that video is. So you're doing the things. They just need a little bit of tweaking. Now, since you're doing all of those, I'm going to take a guess that you are doing the end screens, which you are doing the end screens. Let me go back here. So first of all, congratulations on doing the stuff. Pinned comments, you're putting links in the description, you're engaging with your community, you're putting end screens together. You're doing all the stuff. I'm just gonna do a quick look over here, see how long you've been doing this. You've been going for about 5 months. For about 5 months. Okay, so let me stop this. So you've been going for about 5 months. Since you're doing all of those things, what I would tell you to do is, one, keep uploading content, but do it in a way to where you can build a series, right? Think of your library as a bunch of series of videos. So instead of one person just watching a single video, excuse me, hydration, like, attack it with a plan and say, okay, you're into selling. I'm just going to use Shopify for as an example, because I've been using Shopify lately for my streamer template store. So, like, you might make a video that says, get started on Shopify, beginner's tutorial. Like, that's your next, that's a video. And then, okay, after somebody watches that video, what would be the logical next video for that, right? Maybe some hacks to better optimize the store. Maybe the apps that you need for Shopify, right? So think of it in a series. If they finish one video, what would be the next logical video for them to watch? And then what would be the next logical video for them to watch after that? And build it out in a series, build playlists for those series, and get people to binge watch your content. Like, you want people to watch more, that's how you do it, right? Instead of doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. All right, this one's about Amazon, this one's about drop shipping, which could be about Amazon, but they're not necessarily in order. Build it in order to where it makes sense for people to watch. And then once you've built out a playlist of a handful of videos, then pick another topic and do it that way. And when you get to the end of the end screen, because where you're at now, you want to get that momentum going, right? So, and when you get to the end of your end screen, instead of putting, 2 videos up here, 1 down here, try directing them just to 1 video, right? And tell them about it and drop that end screen on them before they even know what hit them. So maybe you're talking, you're telling them whatever's going on in the video, and then you can mention something like, let's say the first video was about, getting started on Shopify. Say the second video is, the best apps to have for Shopify in 2020. So you craft your video in a way to where at the end of the video, you start talking about apps and the importance of apps. And I'll show you the most important apps that you need for your next, and I'll show you the next important apps that you need, or I'll show you the most important apps you need for your Shopify store by clicking on the video that's showing on the screen right now, right? So you didn't alert them that the end was coming. You just dropped that next video on them. You told them that the video was there, and then you send them right off to the next video. Now, you do have to plan that a little bit to make sure that everything hands off, but you can definitely work that out. Brian G. Johnson is a wizard at this. If you're curious about how to hand off a video at the end, go follow Brian G. Johnson and go watch the ends of his video. Absolutely genius. Like, I watch his videos, and I don't watch, and I do this on purpose. It's like a little game that I play. I watch, or I don't watch the scroller at the bottom to let me know that it's over. I'm just kind of watching the video, and I'm like, okay, he's not going to get me this time. He's not going to just drop the end card on me, and he does every single time he gets me. So that's what I would do for you. Like, you're doing the things, you just need some tweaking and a little bit more strategy. So I know that was a really long answer, but since you're doing the things, I want to help you as much as I can with that. You discourage drop shipping is for kids. That's a video title, right? If you haven't done that already, drop shipping is for kids. Don't do it. Like, that's a compelling title, right? and then you could go into an entire little mini series of why drop shipping is bad, right? And you can compare things too, like, you know, this drop shipping platform versus this drop shipping platform. Just think of it in terms of series. Hey, man, good, dude. Good to hear it, man. Like, you're doing all this stuff, just small tweaks, small tweaks. Dale, how's it going, man? Nice to see you in here. Scully's House of Thrillers. What's going on, dude? Gamer Teeth 1000 says, have you been to prison? You look familiar. You must have been the bottom. Yeah, I thought I remembered you. We had some good times, didn't we? All right, next question. Cornfield Crosshairs. I absolutely love that name. And without looking at your channel, it sounds to me like it's a cornhole channel. And fingers crossed, I really hope it's a cornhole channel. And before I read your question, I'm going to come down and I'm going to look at your channel. Excuse me. And I really hope it's a cornhole channel. Please, please, please give it to me. Please. No, it's not a cornhole channel. Almost. All right, the question is, what, in your opinion, is the most user-friendly editing app for mobile devices for cell phones and tablets? Are they purchased ones or free ones? Which ones will serve me better so I can start posting videos again? I got discouraged as others were seemingly more advanced than I could put together. All right, so I'm going to go back here and I'm going to look at your channel. So the way it sounds to me, you're fairly new. Oh, we got a super chat. Hold on, Pia. You know what time it is?
Super chat.
Oh, Pia, that just felt so good. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much, much appreciated. Thank you. So it sounds to me like you're just getting started and you're getting put off by the difficulties of the video editing apps. That can happen. Let me see what device you're using. You're on an Android. Okay. So apps are the greatest things and they're the worst things. Some of them make it much more complicated than they have to be. Since you're on an Android device, here's what I would do. I don't know if Justin Brown is still in here or not. Justin, if you're in here, please feel free to drop a link. And Doug, if you don't mind, hey, Eileen, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. If Justin's not in here, Doug, if you could run over to Justin's channel and get the video where he does a walkthrough on VN. I think he does one on VN, and if I'm not mistaken, he does one on VLLO. So both of these apps are free. I believe with an Android, you do have to sign in. You have to create an account, but I believe they're still free for Android. And Justin has a full hands-on tutorial on how to use both of these apps. Now, when you open these apps, they can look a little bit overwhelming, but Justin is an amazing teacher. And if you go watch the videos that Doug or Justin will drop into the chat. Hey, Joe, what's going on, man? You finally made a stream. Watch, Doug's probably going to come through here and drop that link here in a moment. Now, if those two apps seem like they're a little bit too much, maybe look into an app called InShot. InShot has a free version that comes with a watermark. What I would do is I would download it, see if it makes sense to you. And if it makes sense to you, then pay for it. I think apps like, Power Director and KineMaster, they're fantastic. They're great. They are paid, but they can be a little bit overwhelming at first. So let's see if Doug drops that link in there. If so, go watch that. It's probably going to be your best bet in terms of having a powerful app that can do all that. There it is. Doug just dropped it right there. Fairly sure it was this one. Yeah, let me open this up. Hold on, Doug. Yeah, there it is, September 13th, How to Edit Videos on an Android Complete Beginner's Guide. So anybody who's just getting started and they are being overwhelmed by the apps and they don't know what to do, go click on that video and go watch that and go subscribe to Justin, because Justin is absolutely amazing, has an absolutely amazing channel. All right, next question. And by the way, if those apps don't work for you, Cornfield's Crosshairs, come back and talk to me. Send me a tweet. Hey, I watched Justin's video. Didn't work out, looking for something easier. Like, I have an entire arsenal of apps So, you know, what makes sense to me might not necessarily make sense to you, but I can give you the entire rundown of apps. But we have to start with some of the ones that you can grow into. And I know Justin is one of the best teachers online in terms of teaching people how to use the app. So I would go watch that video. Watch it until it makes sense. Next question comes from Azumiko. Azumiko, do you have any tips on how to grow a channel that only uploads videos such as lo-fi beats or instrumentals? First of all, I want to tell you that I love lo-fi beats. I think lo-fi beats are awesome. Do you have any tips on how to grow a channel? I don't know if you're making your own beats or not. I don't know if you're using other people's loops or other people's music, but if the tip to growth is time, you need to give it a lot of time. You need to put a lot of videos up there. You need to have good music. You need good thumbnails. The music side of this is fierce. You know, those types of channels, like the instrumentals, the beats, the lo-fi things, competition is fierce. Your thumbnails need to be cool, right? That you got to have that vibe going on with your channel. The music's got to be good. And make sure, like if you saw the channel that he just pulled up, he's pinning his comments. He's using links in the description. He's using end screens. He's using cards. You need to make sure that you interlink all of your content together. So when somebody's finished listening or watching one, they can easily watch another. In terms of tips, man, like you just got to make good stuff. Make good music, make great thumbnails, share it on Reddit. Right? I'm sure there's tons of music communities on Facebook as well. Join those communities, find communities where you can share content. I saw, who was it? Timberland, right? The producer Timberland has a Twitch channel and he was listening to people's beats. People were sending links to him live. He was doing this live. People were giving Timberland beats and he was listening to their beats live and giving them critiques. So, you know, there's all sorts of opportunities like that. But at the end of the day, the music has to be good. Thumbnails have to be on point. And just give it time, man. Give it time. It's going to take a while. Next question from Shy. I have a few questions. How can I come up with a creative and memorable name? Should I wait? And then question number 2, should I wait to make really good video ideas until I have over 100 subscribers so my commentary and editing is better? Okay, here's the thing. Since you haven't started yet, I hate to bring this news to you. Stacy Morgan, how's it going, my man? Little Amiga, my first sponsor. Brother, I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations. And you brought some funk. So let's drop a little funk on it.
Super chat.
That was for you, Stacy Morgan. Congratulations, man. For a sponsor, I love it. Good job, brother. All right, what was I talking about? Oh, how can I come up with a memorable name? Just pick a name you like. Don't make it too long. A lot of gamers make this mistake where it's like they spell a name and they try to get clever and they change like the E's with 3s and the 0s for O's and the I's for 1s. Nobody can remember that. So come up with like 2 words or no more than 3 words. No more than 3 words. But try to come up with like 2 words. No crazy spellings. Something that's fun, something that's easy to remember, something that's easy to share, something that's easy to, it's like, oh, that's a pretty cool name. Names are tough. Names are tough. Go to YouTube, go to Google, type in like name generator. They probably have one for gamers. And if somebody does not have a gamer name generator, then one of you need to get on that ASAP. Yeah, 2 or 3 words. Try to focus on 2. And nothing silly, right? Just letters, actual words. You don't have to get crazy with it because nobody will remember. Should you wait to make good videos? Like back to what I was saying, you're gonna suck. I hate to be the one to tell you this. Thank you, La Grande Commission. I hate to be the one, American Thai guy. I'm here for the super chat beat breaks. I love it, man. Yeah, I need to load some more music in. I need a whole soundboard here. I need a whole soundboard. You're gonna suck, man. Like everybody's starting out. Show of hands. Well, let's do this again. Show of hands. Who sucks starting out? You know, maybe the YouTube channel that you're on right now is not your first one, but when you first started making content, uploading it somewhere, you probably sucked. Pretty much every single person in here can raise their hands because you don't have the skills yet to do anything. You sucked at something. Even if you're a natural on camera, and some people are. Some people can just turn on the camera and they naturally shine, like my buddy here, American Thai guy. He's awesome in front of a camera. But he had to learn other skills. He had to learn about thumbnails. He had to learn about how to frame stuff up. And there's so much stuff you got to learn. So don't wait to do anything until you get better because you're going to suck no matter what. So just start making the videos. Start making the videos. Make the video, make the videos, make the videos, make the videos, make the videos. And what's going to happen is eventually your channel is going to start to get momentum. And when the momentum starts rolling, go back and redo those old videos, right? Because now you're going to be in a better place now. And the people who are finding your channel now have never looked at those old videos. So it's okay to redo your older videos, but just focus on building that channel momentum. What in the hell? What is that noise? Do you hear that? I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like a garbage truck outside. Oh, we got another one. Oh. Techno Dopamine EQ. Dropping the $20 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I watch you and your brother, and you all are pretty much the only reason I've been able to learn how to do any of this. Could you please tell me how to be more charismatic? Oh man, I could just let that play all night. Can you please tell me how to be more charismatic? My vids, because of how bland I am. All right, there's a great channel called Charisma on Demand. If you guys who are doing, and ladies, if you are in front of the camera doing talking head content like this, or even if you're a gamer and you don't show your face, if you're not subscribed to Charisma on Command, you're missing out. That entire channel breaks down how to be more charismatic, how to be more entertaining, how to be more likable, right? He tells you all these little tips and tricks, and he breaks down different celebrities. What makes a celebrity likable? Fantastic channel. So that's one way to do it. Go follow Charisma on Demand. Just binge watch his stuff all day long. And, start researching. Like there's, I think it's Dale Carnegie who wrote How to Win Friends and Influence Them, I believe is the title of the book. Fantastic book. I think there's an audiobook version of that now. And like anything else, you just have to give this time. I don't know how long you've been doing this. Over time, you become a lot more comfortable in front of the camera. Over time, and I don't know what type of content you're making, but over time you feel comfortable to allow a little bit more of your own personality come out. And if you think you're bland, if your personality is like, yeah, I'm just kind of a quiet person, that's fine. And go watch Charisma on Command. Go watch any channel that you can, read any book that you can about how to better connect with people, how to win friends and influence people. I believe that's the name of the book. Just dig into that stuff, man. You'll get there. You'll get there. It's a process. It's like everything else. It's a skill. Just like learning how to edit is a skill. Learning how to make your thumbnails is a skill. Being charismatic is a skill. Some people are natural, but it's also a skill that you can develop through practice by studying other people who are charismatic. So a lot of studying goes into this. It doesn't mean you need to be fake, but you need to figure out, where that sweet spot is to where you can kind of get yourself out and be comfortable with it. Let's see. Yes. James Cook says, if I do my own Q&A, what should I tell people? Are you talking about a live stream? You talking about doing a live stream? I'm not sure what that's in reference to. If you do your own Q&A like this, you talk about whatever you want. It's your channel. So okay, how many people in the chat right now want to go live, but you've never gone live? Doesn't matter why you've never gone live, but you like, hey, I want to go live, but I just can't pull it together to go live for whatever reason. Maybe you don't know what you're going to talk about. The tech overwhelms you for whatever reason. Who wants to go live, but you've never gone live? I know apps that rule. I think, Joe, we were talking about bringing you on here, man. We already get you on here, Joe. I'm curious how many people to who are wanting to go live. Farmstead Smith, no one has asked you any questions yet because it won't let you. What? Nobody's asking you questions yet. I don't know. Have you presented your stream in a way to where people want to ask questions? Now, if you're starting with a smaller community or you're starting with nobody, right? You're starting your brand new channel. You don't have any people yet. Maybe just a couple of people show up. That's fine. Those are more difficult for Q&A. For those, what I recommend you do is have some notes on some things that you want to talk about during a live stream and go live for 10 minutes. Go live for 15 minutes. Don't try to do a 30-minute or a 45-minute or an hour-long live stream. Don't try to pull up Nick Nimmin and go live for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 hours. Go live for 10 minutes. Go live for 15 minutes, okay? Also, unless your channel is built around live streaming, don't live stream all the time. Like, well, once a week, maybe twice a week if you're lucky, because you don't want to be so regular with live streaming that people don't feel the urgency to get into your live stream. Because like, oh, if I miss it today, it doesn't matter because they'll be on tomorrow. And write down. Okay, Joe. Joe, I'm actually I'll check that DM here a little bit. Joe, I'm so behind on my DMs everywhere. I'm embarrassed. I'm so behind. Glue Guns and Roses, how you doing? So, you know, if nobody's asking, don't worry about it. Just go live, talk about some things, right? Write some things on you know, get a piece of paper, get your Sharpie out, write some things down, go live, talk about those things, just like you're talking to some people. And if you get interaction out of the people, that's cool. If you don't, thank everybody for hanging out. And then when it's over, just polish that live stream up and treat it like a video, right? Make sure it's titled like a video, put a good thumbnail on it, go back and write a good description, put your tags in there, do all the things and treat it just like a video. Once you get to a certain point, you will find a more engaged community where they will start asking questions. But it helps to be very specific. Beth Loves Vegas says, my question I sent in today is about Prism Live. Okay, I will get to it. I'm actually going to, whoa, these questions are really piling up. All right, I'm going to try. I'm just going to let you guys know right now, a lot of questions have come into this form and I was not paying attention. I don't know if I'm going to get to everybody's today, but I'm going to do my best. We have a lot of questions to go through. So I'm going to pile right. I'm going to rapid fire. Here we go. You ready? You ready for rapid fire? Let's do some rapid fire. Hey, Tommy Bernard, how you doing, man? Tommy Bernard says, good luck on the DMs. I'm driving to Baja to drop a message. It's faster. Yeah, well, here's what happens. Here's what happens. And you guys are all going to get there. You're all going to get there, especially if you're in an education space. So if you're doing any sort of educational content whatsoever, a weird thing happens where people think that because you make a video about something that you are now support for that thing. So let's say I just grabbing stuff right now. Let's say I make a video about this Aperture RGB light. By the way, totally not sponsored, but these things are absolutely just amazing little lights. But let's say I make a video about this, the Aperture RGB light, and I talk about it. I will get at least within a course of a month, at least 50 DMs on Twitter, people asking me about the best place to buy it, people asking me they bought it, but it doesn't hold a battery. Why does it not hold a battery? People asking me what's the best color to use. You become a support, right? And I'll probably get 20 on Instagram. I'll probably get 10 emails just for one product. So every time I do anything about an app or a microphone or anything whatsoever, like you become support for that thing. And eventually when you have, you know, a large content library, you just lose control. And unfortunately, what happens is when you approve so many people early on, because the platforms are getting pretty good now about separating spam from, you know, from people you follow, and you know, like they don't follow you, they go in this folder sort of thing. So you try to keep an eye on that for a while, and you approve a bunch of people, you approve people, but then all those people eventually, because they're approved, they just keep coming back. So you open up your DMs. No, I've probably got, I don't know, well over 100 unanswered DMs on Twitter alone from that sort of thing. And most of them are support. And unfortunately, they just bump people down. So if you're a channel member, the best way to get a hold of me is going to be through just make a post on the private Facebook group that we have for channel members. That's definitely going to be the best. I check in there once a day. If you're not a channel member, you gotta wait. I get to them when I can get to them, but I can't get to everybody. I do my best. All right, hold on here. And you're all gonna get there. I want you all to get there. Big Houston says, I'm a trucker on YouTube. Man, there's a good handful of truckers on YouTube. I dig it. Absent Rule says, I have dudes asking me if their girlfriend will know if they can see their location on their phones. Yeah, exactly. And joke, so you have the same sort of channel that I have. Wait until your channel, wait until you really start building that massive momentum up. You're going to be like, oh man, I've actually considered closing all DMs across social platforms. But people keep telling me, larger channels, oh, no, some businesses will get a hold of you there. Not one time has a business ever, I've never made a deal through a DM. Emails, it's always been through emails. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's always been through emails. So I've considered just shutting them off. Like a Bully Homestead did my first live today. You went live for 2.5 hours. Congratulations. Samuel, you have a good evening, man. All right, so I'm actually going to back up here and see how many people we're talking about going live. Cowboy Reject says, I might start going live streaming on YouTube once a week. All right, way to go. Let's see, this live session feels like a therapy session for struggling and slightly traumatized YouTubers. I'm totally digging it, says Aaron Shu. That, you know what, I have to take a shot of this because that would be an awesome, that might be the name of my new show. So hold on. I'm taking a picture of this. I will credit you if I ended up using this. Welcome to the D. Nimmin Show, an online live therapy session for struggling and slightly traumatized YouTubers. That's it, man. That's my show. I've been looking for like a show name. I might use that. I think that's hilarious. I love it. Paul Peck, Drywall Tube in the house. How's it going, sir? Hope you're doing well, man. Shy says, should I live stream on Twitch over YouTube? Twitch lacks discoverability features. Nobody's going to find you on Twitch. You don't have an audience waiting for you. Like, nobody's going to find you there. Stream on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be tough. It's tough to build an audience on YouTube, but at least they have discoverability features that over time, with enough amount of content, you can get discovered. You can build an audience. And then at that point, you can share something over to Twitch. But if you stream on Twitch first, nobody's going to find you. Nobody. All right, we're going to get a rapid fire questions. First, I'm going to hydrate. All right, here we go. Well, I got a lot of questions here. Okay, survival living. Yep, survival living question. I changed my channel name several months ago, and it seems that YouTube isn't pushing my channel anymore. Was it a mistake? Did I break the algorithm? That is also a great question. Your name will not break the algorithm. The algorithm has nothing to do with your name. People do not search for your name unless they know who you are, right? So if you go to YouTube, you search for your name. Oh, I'm searching for my new name. I can't find myself. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to search for your name until they know who you are. So when your channel gets to a certain size, people will start searching for your name. They'll search for your name plus a certain type of content. So don't worry that your channel name isn't ranking because that's not how it works. You didn't break the algorithm. The algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, the mystical YouTube algorithm follows the audience. YouTube says so themselves in the Creator Academy. And by the way, there's multiple algorithms, but the main algorithm follows the audience, okay? The whole job of the whole job of YouTube, the algorithm, the AI, the thing that everybody's trying to figure out, the AI, the algorithms hold me down. The algorithm is not being fair. The algorithm hates small YouTubers. Here's what's going on. Hey, Heidi, how you doing? Here's how it works. YouTube, the AI, the algorithm, all it's doing is trying to predict what a viewer wants to watch next. That's it. That's all it's doing. And it's getting that data by looking at their watch history, looking at what they've searched for, not only on YouTube, but also looking at what they searched for on Google. They look at the videos that they watched. They look at the videos that they didn't watch. They look at the thumbnails they clicked on. They look at the thumbnails they passed. They look at the content that they wrote comments on, the comments that they share, or the content that they shared, the comments that they gave a thumbs up. They know. The algorithm knows if you're watching on your phone, or if you're watching on a TV, or if you're watching on a computer. It knows. It knows that maybe when you're on your phone, you watch shorter videos. So guess what's going to happen when you're on your phone, if that's the case? They're going to show you shorter videos that are similar to the videos that you like to watch when you're on your phone. Same thing applies to desktop, TV, that sort of thing. So the YouTube algorithm, the all mystical algorithm, all it's doing is trying to predict what the viewer is trying to watch next. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, what does that do? What's that have to do with my channel? I thought the algorithm was going to help my channel. The algorithm finds videos for the viewer. The algorithm does not find viewers for your video. So while the algorithm is collecting data on the viewer, the algorithm is also collecting data on your channel and your videos. The more data that it collects on your channel, this is why it's important to give yourself time, right? Oh, I've been uploading for two months. I'm not growing. You haven't given it enough time yet. YouTube doesn't have enough data yet. Hey, Brokeback Nomad. YouTube doesn't have enough data yet on your channel. It takes time. And this is where things go wrong when you're uploading all types of different content, right? But if you are niched down and you're like, I make this particular type of content, and you've been doing it for a long time, YouTube's collected that data. So when YouTube's looking at the viewers and says, well, what will this person watch next? When it finds viewers that are interested in the type of content that you make, YouTube is then going to say, hey, have a look at this video. Have a look at this, right? Have a look at this channel's videos. And if they click on it, it's a positive signal that goes to YouTube that says, this type of user likes this type of video in this type of channel. So the one, they get more information on the viewer, but two, now they have a positive signal from viewers that say, okay, they responded positively to this video. Okay. Every positive signal that you get from YouTube tells YouTube people like your videos. That means they show it to more people. And as long as you're getting positive signals, they show it to more people and more people and more people and more people. And eventually you start to build that momentum. It might happen with one video, it might happen with a bunch of videos, but that's the simplistic way of how it works, right? The algorithm isn't against you. It's not against small creators. It's just trying to figure out what someone wants to watch next. That's why you got to give YouTube as much information as possible and get those positive signals from the viewers, right? On the flip side of that, here's a viewer interested in what you're making. They say, hey, here's a video from this channel, and they don't click. That's a negative signal. So the more negative signals that YouTube gets, guess what? They don't show your videos out anymore. So when you're uploading, you're like, yeah, my videos aren't going anywhere. They've shown your videos to somebody. It might only have been 5 people, right? That's what impressions for. If you go in and you look at your click-through CTR impressions, click-through rate impressions, those impressions are how many people actually saw the thumbnail. Not clicked on it, saw the thumbnail. It might only be 5, but it collected data on those 5 people. And if they did not react positively, then there's a good chance, well, there's not, if they didn't react positively, then at that particular time, they stop showing that video to people. If those 5 people reacted positively, it's going to start to grow. Then they might show it to 5 more people. And they might show it to 50 people. They might show it to 500 people, so on and so forth. And I think
Super chat.
Oh, Pixelpia dropping the hippopotamus $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Pia. I appreciate it. Psycho Joey says, are you a bearded dragon? Man, I gotta take a picture of that one too. That's the second best comment of the day. Are you a bearded dragon? The answer is yes, actually. I am a bearded dragon. And my cover's blown. Sorry, guys. To all you other dragons out there, my cover's blown. Don't know what to tell you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Timer Bernard said, is there a quick explanation of what type of channel should target which algorithm? Well, okay, so search traffic is the easiest for channels that are just getting started. And it takes a lot of videos, right? Think of search traffic as you're planting seeds, right? You go out to the field, YouTube, you plant a seed, which is a video, right? You water the seed with a good thumbnail, good SEO, good description, good title. You put the water on it. Eventually the seed starts to grow a little bit. If it starts getting sunshine, positive signals from YouTube, right? The more sunshine, the more the crops are going to start to grow, right? And it takes time. It takes a lot of videos usually, but search traffic is, if you're just getting started, search traffic is really good for that. And the cool thing about search traffic is once you get into YouTube search on a regular basis with a lot of videos, like you can take a break, right? If you're like, hey, I don't want to upload for a little bit. Like I took a break for like 2.5 months. I didn't upload any videos and my channel didn't take that big of a hit because I have a ton of videos that are doing really well with search. So I just keep getting those views, keep getting those views, keep getting those views. Now, that's the slowest way to go, right? It's a very stable way to go, but it's a slow way to go. Browse, that's fast growth, right? When you open up YouTube and suggested, but if you open up YouTube and you're on somebody's like homepage, right? You open up YouTube and there you are. That's fast growth. When you see those videos that like upload and they just get just huge amounts of views out of the gate, they're usually getting browse traffic for that. And you can get browse traffic for any type of niche. It's just got to hit right. It's got to hit right. As soon as you upload, YouTube is testing that video out. What, you know, where does this video fit with the information that they have? If they put that in front of the right audience and it's a compelling video, if it's something that's like people are into, like, yeah, you might end up with a lot of browse traffic and that one's going to grow a lot slower. Where if it's a lot of search traffic, you'll get your subscribers to watch it at first, and then it's going to die off a little bit until search traffic actually picks it up. Suggested traffic is also good. That's basically where you end up in the next spot, right? Like watch this video next. It also counts if you're linking out to yourself, like description links or something like that. El Jefe, what?
Welcome to the Nimminati.
El Jefe, welcome to the Nimminati, brother. I do have a private Facebook group. We just got that started a couple weeks ago. I would love to have you over there. Go to my community feed, or I can just send you the link in Twitter. Links will be down there. And Joe, we're going to hit this one too. Absent rule.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Absent rule, looking forward to seeing you in the Facebook group as well. Man, thank you, man. Thank you. And Doug Houston dropping the $2 super chat. Oh, man.
Super chat.
Oh, yeah. Little $2 funk. Right there, $2.99 funk is what that is. A Jefe. Oh, man, I didn't see you in the change credit cards. We need a review. Okay, right on, man. Welcome to the Nimminati. Hey, Eric, that's a whole nother, the Nimminati, that's my OnlyFans account. Oh, man. Hey, Jaden, how's it going, man? Nice to see you in here. Hope you were doing well. All right, so I hope that makes sense about the algorithm, right? A lot of people get caught up with the algorithm. So no, your name change. That was a huge answer to that. But I wanted to take the opportunity to explain how the algorithm works, because there's a lot of people right now saying, I'm not growing. I don't understand why I'm not growing. It's the algorithm hates me. The algorithm hates small channels. Nothing to do with that. All it comes down to is you haven't made videos yet that an audience connects with. When you do that, and you will do that, then you're going to start to see some growth originally. Name change? No, none of that. You can change your name. No difference whatsoever. Don't worry about that. Carmen Whitehead. Hey, Carmen, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I need to hydrate. My views and hours are above normal every week. Congratulations. But my subscribers are below normal. My conversion rate is low. How can I get it up? How can you get your subscriber rate up? I would start, and let me change this. I would start by looking at, yeah, Jeff, private group. Yeah, man, much appreciated. In terms of how to get your conversion rate up, this isn't something that I would beat myself up for, okay? Because what I've found on my channel is that coffee. No, this is actually water, or as we call in Mexico, agua. That's a fancy name for it, agua. Actually, a French name would be a fancy name, which is agua. I wouldn't beat yourself up over low conversion rate. I have months where my subscribers go down. I have months where my subscribers go up. I don't worry, and I don't worry about my conversion rate because I know that based on a video topic, a single video that I could release tomorrow or the day after that or next week after that, my subscribers usually come in and it's topic based. Sometimes I hit a topic that people, it's like, yes, I'm into this. They're a great topic. People respond to the video. The video delivers, right? It gives them what they came for and they subscribe. If I make a video that doesn't hit, right? They don't connect. I might have a lot of views on it, but my average view duration, my audience retention is low. People don't connect. And because of that, it doesn't bring a lot of subscribers in. So instead of worrying about your conversion number, right? And I know it's so easy to get caught up in the numbers here. I would say focus more, like go in and look at your videos. Go look at the videos over the past 90 days on your channel and look at your audience retention report, right? What is it? Is it 20%? Is it 40%? Is it 50%? Is it 60%? If you want that to be as high as possible, you want people watching as much of your content as possible, right? So the more satisfaction they're getting out of your video, the more likely they are to subscribe to your channel. So if you're getting a lot of views, but people aren't subscribing, it's possible that they're not getting that satisfaction that they thought they were gonna get when they clicked. Your audience retention is gonna give you the answer to that. Glue Guns and Roses.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Welcome to the Nimminati. Keep an eye on my community feed. And of course, we have a link in there to the Facebook group, private Facebook group. Hey, Uniquely Me, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. What was I saying? Where did I just got off base here? What was I talking about? Oh, conversion. Well, here are some things that you can do. I gotta hydrate again. My voice it's really dry here where I'm at. Mexico's dry. This area is. When you do ask, and okay, this is a heads up for anybody. When you ask somebody to do something, it could be subscribe to my channel, click a link, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, share it, whatever it is. That's called a call to action, CTA. It's important that you put your main CTA, whichever the CTA is that's the most important for that particular video, front load that. So if you look at your audience retention report and you see that graph and you see that people are leaving the longer the video plays out, right? Think about this. The more you backload your call to action, the fewer people see it. But you put that towards the beginning and you say, okay, people start to leave these videos around the 20% mark. So you want to make sure that you front load any important call to action you have before the majority of people start to leave. You want to make sure that as many people as possible see that call to action. So if you make a video and the goal of that video is to drive subscribers to your channel, because videos can have different goals, then you want to make sure that you ask them the first time early on. Right? You can also put little graphics on the screen. You can ask them in the beginning, ask them in the middle, you can ask them again at the end. But the trick is, don't just say subscribe to my channel, right? Tell them why they should subscribe to your channel. For example, I help mobile content creators. I help mobile YouTubers. So let's say I did a specific video and I was teaching people how to live stream on their phone, right? That was a video. So somebody clicked on the video. They want to learn how to live stream on their phone. I'm not going to say, subscribe to my channel. So YouTube tells you when I upload again. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, because they clicked on a live streaming video. I'm going to say, if you want even more tips and tricks that are going to teach you how to be a better mobile live streamer, be sure to hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos that are going to help you live stream, right? I gave them a reason that's relevant to the video that they watched and told them why they need to subscribe. You're going to get more of why you came if you hit the subscribe button. So kind of put a little bit of sales into it. Believe it or not, that can help. And make sure you front load it so more people can actually see it. Other than that, just keep focusing on trying to get people to watch your videos longer. If they're leaving early on, it means they're not happy with the video. Get them to watch longer, and it's going to increase the likelihood of you getting a subscriber.
Super chat.
Where'd that come from? am Hassan. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. It says, hey, D, I gave me notice at my current job. Congratulations. Doing YouTube full time now. Right on, man. Thanks to you, Nick and Doug, for the helpful advice. You're going full time. Welcome to YouTube, man. You know, we're going to hit you with another one for that, just because that's so good, man. I hope you are going to have an amazing YouTube journey. That's awesome. All right, a little bit of funk for that. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. And I think we have a new channel member.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Tesla Picker. Welcome to the Nimminati. I do have a private Facebook group. If you head over to my community feed, you can see links out to member live streams, and you will find a Facebook link in there. So come over there. I have to manually approve everybody. I'll do that after this stream is over. And we will be doing a members-only live stream here within the next couple of days where all the members get together. I can look at your channel. I do channel reviews, give you tips and tricks, and any question that you want answered. We do that during the members' live streams. So thank you. El Jefe says, listen to D and use it wisely. Hey, thank you, man. He also says verbal call to actions are powerful if used correctly. Yeah, that's the thing, man. If you're doing a verbal call to action, it's all about how you say it. Hey, subscribe to my channel. No, you got to sell it, right? You have to sell it. You have to give them a reason to subscribe. Same thing with comments, right? Hey, don't forget to leave a comment. Guess what's not going to happen? They're not going to leave comments. Give them a reason to leave a comment, right? If you just say, leave a comment, let's talk about engagement for a moment. If you guys want to talk about engagement, let's talk about engagement. If you just say, leave a comment, they don't know what to leave a comment about. But if you ask them a question or you give them a purpose to leave a comment, you're increasing the likelihood of them leaving a comment, okay? Since my channel's about mobile creators, let's say I make a video talking about the best 3 video editing apps, right? Video title, best 3 video editing apps. That's the title. I know they clicked in because they're watching it to learn about the best 3 video editing apps, right? So my subscribe call to action, if the goal is to drive subscribers to that video, I might say something like, if you want to learn even more about video editing apps and how you can become a better mobile editor, hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos, right? I kind of let them know what they're going to get, more of what they came for. If I want them to leave a comment, I might say something like, those were my favorite apps. If you feel your favorite app didn't make this list, go down, leave a comment below. Let me know what app I missed. Maybe I'll add it in a future video. And when this video is over, I'm going to go down there and see what you have to say about the apps that I missed. I gave them a reason to go down and leave a comment, right? People love to give you their opinions. So it's all about how you word stuff. You have to take thinking out of the process for the viewer. Don't make them think about anything, right? Just, what am I going to leave a comment about? Tell them what to leave a comment about. Zach Talks Tech, is he in here? What's going on, Zach? Nice to see you, brother. Yo. Yo. All right, next question. So Carmen, I hope that was helpful. Don't get caught up in the numbers. Just check your audience retention, see if people are happy with your videos or not, and then front load that call to action. Gamerboy Arib says, cheek my channel. Not doing channel reviews today, and I'm not cheeking channels today either. No cheeks, no checks. Next question. Russian rooster living with spina bifida. Let's see. Do you have any tips on creating video structure? Right now I make videos in the moment as they happen. I want to create a structure so my videos and stick to it, like an intro, discussion, outro. It depends on the type of content that you're making. So if you're wanting to do like an intro, discussion, outro, I think one of the better formats is, and it helps to reverse engineer what you do on YouTube, not as a creator, but as a viewer, right? You're on YouTube, you see a thumbnail or a topic that you're interested in, right? And everybody think through this process. Think through the process of how you use YouTube, right? You're presented, maybe you search for something, or maybe you just open up YouTube and here's a bunch of options for you based on your browser, based on your watch history. Here's a thumbnail. There's a topic that I'm interested in. I click on it. I tap on it, right? And then what happens after you click or tap on that thumbnail if that person doesn't get to the point? If they're just lollygagging around, they're just like, hey guys, what's going on? Here's a bunch of stuff that's unrelated to the video that you clicked on. What's up, fam? How's it going? Here's a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, that does work for some people, but for the majority of people, that doesn't work. You clicked on that thumbnail and that topic because you want to know what that is. Maybe you want to be entertained. Maybe it's a comedian. Maybe it's a how-to tutorial. Maybe it's you want to learn how to make something. Maybe it's a whatever it is. Maybe it's just a vlog. You want to check out this vlogger, right? Vloggers do get a little bit of a pass with that. But the thing is if you are wasting people's time at the beginning, you're going to lose them. So what you need to do in terms of format, as soon as they click on that video, remind them why they clicked on the video. Hey, today I'm going to talk about XYZ. My name is whatever. I'm the Russian Rooster. My channel is about spina bifida. Welcome to my channel, right? Whatever you want to do. Just reassure them that they clicked on the right thumbnail, right? As soon as that video starts playing, tell them what they're going to get. If you're going to tell them who you are, and don't drag it out. Keep it as short as possible. This is something that I'm working on right now with my channels. I've always tried to trim the fat out of my video through editing, but I'm trying even more to trim out even more fat. And what I'm finding is the more fat that I trim out of my video, the more people are watching it. So the faster I get into the video, the more they watch. So open it up with a hook. It's called a hook. Tell them what they're going to get when they watch the video. And then get right into it. This is what you're going to get, right? And you can do an edit there if you want, and then get right into it. Tell them whatever it is that you want them to watch. Make that part, right? So you've got your hook, you've got your meat, right? The reason they're there. And when you're finished, don't, hey, okay, for conclusion or to sum it up, right? As soon as you start putting stop words at the end of your video, it lets people know that the video is coming to an end, right? So many people do that, so to sum it up or in conclusion, or they use words to trigger people to let them know that the video is going to end. And when that happens, people click off, it's done. So hook, put the meat and potatoes in there. And then right at the end, when people don't even know that it's coming, drop that end screen and link them out to another video. That would be the format, right? And in that meat and potatoes can be, it can be a story, right? If you learn how to tell a story, it could be a tutorial. It could be a vlog. It could be any number of things. Now, your hook doesn't have to be verbal. I want to be very clear with this. Your hook can also be visual, right? Hooks can be verbal. Hooks can be visual. So you click on a video and maybe there's some really cool cinematography going on, some great B-roll or some slow motion thing or some really cool editing, or maybe if you're in a sports channel, right? You click the video and the player just gets crunched, right? Just something, whoa, what was that? And then you come in and you start talking, right? It can be a visual hook or it can be a verbal hook. It's a hook. You want to get their attention immediately and then jump right into the meat of the video. So that would be your format. Just don't waste time. Trim out the fat. And if you're going to tell stories, learn how to become a storyteller. If you're going to do tutorials, learn how to make tutorials. If you're going to vlog it, if you're going to document your day, then document your day in an entertaining way and trim out the fat. So they can just watch one clip to the next, to the next, to the next, right? And that's where you have to learn how to become an editor. And that's a skill within itself. But the most important thing, hit them with that hook right at the beginning.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Farmstead Smith, welcome to the Nimminati. I'm looking forward to seeing you over in the private Facebook group and in the private members live stream that we're going to have here in a couple of days. Head over to my community feed. You'll find the link to the Facebook group over there. And Timer Bernard says it's all about pointing arrows. Hey, that stuff works, man. That stuff works. It's tried and true. Duck face and arrows. It works. It works. That stuff works. Yeah, Russian Rooster. Man, you just got to get into it. You know what I mean? I wish I could say it's that easy. But, I've got I don't know how many videos I got, over 200 videos on this channel alone. And I'm constantly, every creator I know, I don't care what size their channel is, they're constantly looking for better ways to give that hook at the beginning and to keep people watching. So it's a process that you're going to have to go through and with your audience, right? Like what works for my channel probably would not work for your channel. But you do need some sort of a visual or verbal hook at the beginning to let them know what they're going to get. And you just get right into it, man. And anything that just you want to get rid of awkward pauses and ums and ahs and just downtime, keep it snappy, right? Keep it snappy. People they don't have a lot of attention these days. Keep it snappy. Ducks and arrows. I love that. Ducks and arrows. That's so good. Duck face or Home Alones. Yeah. All right. Next question. Cosmic W. For a gaming channel, is adding a logo really important to your thumbnails? Because for me, it looks like it don't make much of a difference. So I might just not go for the logo. So that way I have more room for the image, but I just want to know if it's a really good idea because I want to improve thumbnails. Okay. You do not need, everybody said, bless you. My girlfriend's sneezing her head off up there. You don't need a logo on your thumbnails. What does help is some sort of identifying something. It could be a style. It could be a font choice. It could be a color treatment. Just something that makes that thumbnail belong to you. It doesn't have to be a logo. Now, here's the problem with gamers. Let's say you're playing PUBG. We have another channel member in the Facebook group. We were talking about these thumbnails. Say you're playing PUBG. He plays PUBG. There's only so much imagery that you can put in a PUBG thumbnail. And if you search for anything PUBG related, it all looks the same. It's a sea of thumbnails that look almost exactly the same. So the question isn't, how am I going to, should I put my logo on it? The question is, what can I do to think outside the box? It could be a color choice. It could be how you're cropping things or moving things. How can I think outside of the box? Hey, Natural Larisha, if I saw that correctly, how you doing? Think of, how can I think outside of the box to make a design that stands out among a sea of people playing PUBG, right? That's the trick. Your logo? No, that's not the trick. The trick is how can I make a thumbnail that stands out? Easier said than done. This is something that you have to figure out, but it comes down to design. Like you're going to have to come up with something that looks different. Otherwise, everybody's thumbnail looks exactly the same for gamers. Some gaming channels have a little tweak here and there. Maybe they put a cool logo here and there, stands out a little bit, but the imagery is pretty much the same. So put your logo, don't put your logo. If you could work your logo into some other graphic elements to kind of give it a cool look, that might work too. But you guys are, the gaming community, you've got it tough with thumbnails because competition is fierce and you really have to think outside the box on that one. Next question. Jacuz, can't pronounce that. How do we get 4,000 hour watch time? Quick. You don't get it quick. You do live streams. There's no quick to it. Matt Hayes asks the next question. Sorry for submitting another. Nope, that's what it's there for. But your StreamYard promo made me think of something. I'm using StreamYard for guests in my Streamlabs stream. I'm using StreamYard for guests in my Streamlabs stream while using window capture and audio capture. Is it possible to encounter problems with that? So if you're using, the only real problem that I could see doing it that way would be lag, right? So if you might get some lag, right? Because it's going through two different systems. So you might get lag, you might get some audio sync issues. But other than that, if that's working, you don't have lag, you don't have audio sync issues, then you're probably going to be okay. It's a clever way to use it, by the way. Thinking out of the box. Sydney. I've begun using a clip microphone. Since I've started using it, I've begun to have a sound issue with each uploaded video. Maybe I'm brushing the microphone. It's possible. So I'm going to guess you are using one of these lavalier microphones, which is a little clip-on microphone like this, clips on to or under your shirt. If it sounds like it's brushing or rustling or something like that, then yeah, there's a good chance that you're hitting it. Maybe try putting it on the outside of your shirt. Put it on the outside of your shirt, make sure you're not hitting it, and see if that's the case. If you bought an inexpensive one, like a dirt cheap one, some of those, they don't have the best cables. they're not shielded properly, so they have some interference noise that comes with them. But the first thing I would do is just be aware of where it is, put it on the outside of your shirt. Anytime I use it, I clip mine right on my collar. I don't care if somebody sees it or not. Nobody is watching my videos to find out where I clipped my mic, and nobody's going to not watch my video because, oh, he's got a lavalier clip to his neck. I'm not watching this video. I'm not a savage. So yeah, if you're brushing against it, that could be it. You got to be mindful of that stuff. Next question from Na Sydney again. I've changed all my thumbnails to add my face. However, I was told that I should change them back to just objects. Which should it be, and do they look bad? Okay, here's the thing. Don't listen to people. And I'm going to just look at your channel really quick. And this message goes to everybody. Give me 1 second. Senior wealth, education. Okay, so where are we at? Okay. Whoa, I just knocked myself out of focus. What happened there? Okay. This applies to everyone. I know that people love to get opinions of other people. There's Facebook groups. There's, hey, what do you think about my thumbnail? Would you click this thumbnail? I see it on Twitter. Boy, my camera is just out of focus here. Hang on, guys. It should focus up. Because D is not a people. There you are. Wow, there's quite a delay today. Apologies for the focus. Okay. There's Facebook groups. There's, which thumbnail would you click? All right, here's what you have to keep in mind. The people you are asking the opinions of on Twitter, on Facebook, okay? There's Facebook groups dedicated to thumbnails. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting feedback, okay? But you have to understand that the people who are giving you opinions are not your target audience, right? If you ask me, would you click on this thumbnail? My answer is almost always going to be no, unless it's a topic that I'm interested in. I'm not your target audience. What I can do is I can give you advice on graphic design. I can talk about design elements. I can talk about certain things of your thumbnails that can get more attention. Like, your font's too difficult to read. You need a big, bold, easy to read font. No fancy pants fonts. Your colors don't have enough contrast. That's too hard to read. Like, I can give you graphic advice, but I can't tell you if I'd click on it or not, because that only comes down to your target audience. So here's how you know which thumbnail looks best. You have to go into YouTube Studio or use the YT Studio app, and you have to go find the click-through rate, or CTR, right? You need to look at your click-through rate, note your click-through rate before you changed it, and note your click-through rate after you changed it, and give it a couple of days worth of data, right, to look at it. And only by data, raw data, that's the only way you're going to know which thumbnail is actually better. Now, if you have access to TubeBuddy and you have their Legend package, you can do A/B testing, where they will load up 2 different thumbnails to your audience, and they'll give you data after 7 days or 14 days to let you know which one of those thumbnails get the most clicks. But if you don't have that, then you've got to look at your click-through rate. It might say 5.4%. Then you change the thumbnail and come back in a week and look at it. It might say 2%. That means that you made a mistake, right? Or it might say 12%, which means good job. So you have to take criticism with a grain of salt when it comes to people saying, I wouldn't click on that. They're not your target audience. Listen to people when it comes to graphics. Again, I don't understand what the font's too difficult to read. The colors aren't that good, right? Like, too big. But in terms of your face versus an object, only your data can tell you the answer to that. Nobody can tell you the answer to that except for the data. That's it. That's it. Data only. Don't let anybody tell you different. You have to test it and see which one works best for your audience. Next question. Beth loves Vegas. Love the name. I watched your video, go live on YouTube with your phone, Prism Live Studio, and I want to go live on my phone. I can finally do it with the YouTube app, but I want to stream in 1080p, so I want to use Prism Live. I did a test stream with Prism Live on my phone. I set it to unlisted, but looked at my computer and it was public. I don't know why that happened. I changed it to unlisted, and then it went live with unlisted, and the stream was fine. Hold on here. Went to the stream. Okay. Will it automatically be saved for replay? Okay, so the first thing is when you go live on Prism Live Studio, you can choose, do you want this to be public, unlisted, or private? Make sure that whatever you choose actually sticks in there. Make sure it doesn't like move out of the way after you tap it. So tap on it, make sure it sticks and go live, and then that should be how it sticks. So let's say you set it for unlisted, then nobody's going to see that unless you give them a link. If it's private, nobody's going to see that unless it's you. Actually, you're the only person who can see the private. But if you have public, everybody's going to be able to see that. Now, all of your live streams are going to stay up on YouTube until you delete them. Unlisted ones, private ones, public ones. It's up to you if you want to delete those or not. So can the chat be saved for replay? The chat does get saved for replay. However, I do find that sometimes the chat doesn't work. And if you go into YouTube Studio and they have an editor built into YouTube Studio where you can cut off the beginning or the end. If you play with the editor and you chop up your video, that can turn off your chat. So that's when we can turn it off. Your other question, can you stream a live event on YouTube desktop and then go live on Prism Live Studio? Can you create a stream event? I've never tried that. I'm not sure if you can or not. I don't know if you, I think I know. So you're talking about schedule an event and then use Prism to actually go live. I don't know, and I should look into that. I've never tried it. It's gonna be test it, test it and see. And listen, if you guys don't have a test channel, if you don't have a test channel, I recommend everybody in here getting a test channel. Create a second Gmail account or something, or create another brand account with your first Gmail account. Create a test channel. And anytime you have questions like, will this do this or will that do that? Upload it to the test channel. I do so much testing on other channels. It's ridiculous. I'm constantly trying out new apps, new live streaming apps, different features in apps. Some of you know about some of, hey, Daniel Patel, how's it going? Some of you know about some of my test channels. Some of you come and hang out with me. Get a test channel, especially if you're live streaming. Very important. If you're live streaming, get a test channel. And anytime you're in doubt, go live over there and just figure it out. Daniel Patel, I hope Callie's treating you well, sir. Let's see, it looks like it was computer in public. And another thing that you can do, since you have a desktop computer, you can go into YouTube Studio and go into the stream defaults, and you can set it to where when a stream finishes, you can tell it what to do. So you can tell YouTube Studio that when I finish live streaming, to unlist it or private video or the stream, or to make it public. You can tell it what to do when the stream is actually finished. You have to do that inside of YouTube Studio. The Kush Puppy, great name. What's the best way to be, that's a good question. What's the best way to be confident on camera and look awkward? Wait, what's the best way to be confident on camera? I think you're trying to say you look awkward or not look awkward. I'm gonna look at your channel really quick and see what you're doing here. Adults 18 plus, risky click of the day. Risky click of the day. Honestly, man, the best way to look confident on camera is to know what you're talking about, or at least know enough of what you're talking about so you can carry on a conversation of what you're talking about. And mostly just experience, right? The first time, and I'm sure everybody in here who has gone live, the first time you go live can be terrifying. The second time it feels a little bit better, right? But the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. Like when I first started streaming, it wasn't too bad because I'm a musician and I was used to playing on stage in front of people and that sort of thing. So I wasn't like stage fright terrified, but this was a different type of performance and I wasn't prepared for that. I'm a bass player, I'm not a singer, so I'm never out front. I'm always in the shadows with the drummer, holding the song together. So the rest of the band can look good. But, it was a different kind of fear to live stream. Now, I've been doing it for so long. Like I feel so comfortable going live. I turn on the camera, I go live. If there's a technical issue, I don't even worry about it. Like I know how to fix things. And if the stream goes crazy and I have to end the stream early, then I just end the stream early. There's, you get used to it. How do you get good at anything else? You practice. So in terms of being comfortable, practice. You have to practice. You've got to start going live and you just have to start practicing and getting comfortable, right? Just know what you're going to talk about. Have a plan, have an idea, and be confident when you speak. Eye contact, assert your dominance to the internet world. All right, next question. Vern's Junk Closet. I have 2 channels. One is monetized. Do I need to have a Gmail account for each channel? If so, how do I change it? Okay, so I think what you're asking is, because one channel is monetized, can you monetize the second channel through the same account? From my understanding, you can share the same AdSense account, but they have to be monetized separately. So you have to go through the same process for each one. What you can do, like for example, you can have one Gmail account and you could create like a new brand account, right? Multiple brand accounts. But if you want to have a second Gmail account for that other channel, you can do that as well. If so, how do you change it? It says one channel. So no, I don't understand about how do you change it. Channels, one is monetized. Do I have to have a Gmail account for each channel? If you have 2 channels and it's under one account, you have to go through the process of being monetized for the second one. And you should be able to link both of those to your AdSense. Next question. Heavy Metal Chef. Woo. I have a zip file for you, but I made it on my laptop and it will not sync to my phone. Where should I send it? New laptop and setting everything up, sync to my Yahoo. Okay. You set it up on your laptop. Okay, so if it's on your phone, the easiest way to do it is download Google Drive. It's free. If you got a Gmail account, you get access. I think you get like 5 gigs or something for free with Google Drive. Download the Google Drive app, upload the file, and then if you tap on it, it will ask you about sharing. Right? Just send me a message somewhere and I'll send you the email to where you can add that email to sharing it. And then I'll get an email telling me to download the link. So you can upload it with Google Drive. I upload a ton of stuff through Google Drive. Jeff Football asks the question, is understanding what people think about your content important? Oh my. Is understanding what people think about your content important? It depends on those people. Okay. The people watching your videos, yes, it matters. You need to know how to communicate with the people who are watching your videos. You need to learn how to make content that they enjoy. You need to make content that the people watching your videos find satisfactory, right? Those are the people that it matters to them. Does it matter to people who don't watch your content? Absolutely not. I could give you advice all day long, but I don't watch your channel, right? I don't know what you're doing over there. I'm not interested in what you're doing over there. So take my advice with a grain of salt if you want. I can tell you about best practices, but if I tell you that I don't like this particular video, that should mean nothing to you because I'm not your target audience, right? Whoever your target audience is, you need to understand what they think about your content. And you need to get them to think positively about your content and send those positive reactions to YouTube. Next question from October Scorpio. I have vlogs on my channel. Should I add the word vlog to my channel name? No, it won't make a difference. Next question, Aaron Shu. In your opinion and experience, what are 3 main aspects or habits that make channels grow really fast? That's a great question. That's a really good question. Oh, we got some funk. We got some funk. We got some funk. All right, where are we going? Which funk shall we hit? I'm not sure which funk we should play. I'm really liking this one lately. It's like that wild cherry funk. Like play that funky music, white boy, wild cherry funk.
Super chat.
I love that. James, man, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Little dose of funky music for you. Hold on. Okay, so what was the question here? Hold on. Oh yeah, in your opinion and experience, what are 3 main aspects or habits that make channels grow really fast? I can tell you right now, the main thing is this: making content people respond to. And it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. Like some channels, and Daniel Battelle and I talked about this just last Wednesday. Was it last Wednesday? Yeah, last Wednesday on the TubeBuddy channel during our live stream. You know, we talked about things that people are doing wrong with YouTube. And one of the things we talked about is that people are not connecting to an audience, right? So the fastest thing to grow your channel is to identify an audience, have a target audience, and make content for that audience, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is kind of a piggyback on that. And I know this doesn't apply to all types of channels, but if you can solve problems, if you can answer questions, you can show people how to do things, you can lift them up, you can inspire them, make them laugh, get emotion out of them, teach them, educate them, right? If you can do things for people, that's going to be another thing. And that's kind of piggybacking on the first thing. But like knowing who your audience is, making content they respond to. Yeah, I can never remember her name. Jelna? Somebody write the name in the chat. Van girl. Jelna? What is it? Somebody type the name. The snake in the van, girl with the snake. You know what I'm talking about, right? She came out of the gate and first of all, her editing was on point. And there's people can go back and forth all day about she had help or somebody edit. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter how she got there. Her content was on point out of the gate. She nailed it with the thumbnail. She nailed it with the editing. She nailed it with just every aspect of her channel. First video, knocked it out of the park. Now, most people can't do that, right? But she connected immediately to an audience. Janelle Elna. Why can I never remember her name? Yeah, Daniel just dropped that. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. We actually talked about this too during the live stream with Daniel on the TubeBuddy channel. And the dad, Daniel, since we're here, I'm terrible with these names. The dad who started his YouTube channel to teach kids or to teach people how to do things without a dad. That channel too, he immediately connected with an audience. So explosive growth, that sort of content. So yeah, deeply connecting to your audience, explosive growth, solving problems, answering questions, that sort of thing. That's definitely going to be the other thing. And the third thing is going to be as consistent as possible and upload as much content as possible, right? Don't kill yourself uploading your content, but at the same time, every time you upload a video is another opportunity, right? If you upload 3 times a month or twice a month, those are 2 opportunities. Well, how do you increase your odds? You upload more videos, right? If you can upload 3 times a week, upload 3 times a week. If it's only twice. Once. But find a structure that you can stay on top of and upload consistently. Those would be my 3 things. But it starts by connecting with an audience, right? If no one's watching, if no one's interested in what it is that you're making, you're not going to get very far.
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Angelic Empowerment. Why is the texting backwards when I do videos, and how can I rectify that? Why is the texting backwards? I need some more context to give you an answer on that. Are you talking about, let's say you're wearing a shirt and your shirt has a logo on it. Maybe it says Nike, and then you're on video and the word Nike is backwards. Is that what you're talking about? If so, then you need to be able to mirror or flip the footage that you have. That's all it is. You just need to mirror that footage. I need more context. I need to know how you're actually editing your videos. Most of the full featured apps will have a mirroring option. You just flip it around. If that's not it, moderators, can you keep an eye on what Angelic Empowerment, on what her reply is, so I can dive in a little bit deeper on that one in case I didn't understand it correctly? I love your videos. Thank you so much. DIY and more with the Fosters. Hey, Walter's World. How's it going, Mark? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Just wanted to stop in and say, hey, stay well. Hey, dude, are you in Ecuador right now? And I saw your last video. Is that an old video? I saw the thumbnail. I haven't watched it yet. Is that an old video, or are you guys in Ecuador right now? Okay, when you look at the video, it appears backwards. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you need to look for a feature, or it could be in your camera as well. So the cameras, some cameras have this option. Some editors have this option to where you need to flip it, right? It's probably literally called just flip image. I don't know what you're using. I don't know how you're shooting it. I don't know how you're editing that, but either the camera or the app should have something to flip the image. Thanks, Doug. Oh, it's an old one. You're in the US. Okay, right on. Yeah, I saw that the thumbnail and I added it to my watch later list, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Wasn't sure if you guys are down there or not. I was going to ask what the situation was down there. Hope you're doing well, man. Okay, yes, Mir, how do I do this? I use a PC and a phone. Okay, what are you editing with? I'll tell you what, if you can post about specifics, what phone, what app are you shooting with? What are you editing with? Give us as much specifics as possible, and either myself or one of the moderators can try to find out if one of those things has a flip option. That's literally what you're looking for, is a feature for flipping, flip image. The MMA hole says, have you ever received a copyright strike? No, I've never received a copyright strike because I make all of my own content and I license everything correctly. So, no. Hey, Beanie, how's it going? I did receive a copyright claim one time from a music service, but we knew that it was going to happen. Well, we knew there's a high probability it was going to happen because it was a new track and they kind of warned me. But it literally, like, I got the claim as soon as it uploaded and they were standing by so they could fix it immediately. So, but no strikes. You don't know what app to use. I use a PC and an iPhone 11. Okay, so if you have, Angelic, do you have iOS 14 installed yet? I'm trying to like juggle all this with keeping an eye on the chat here. Soul Moon's Rising. Tarot, how you doing? Beanie Draws back in the house. Yeah, so if you have iOS 14 installed for your iPhone 11, let me see where that's at. If you go to, I'm about to change your life. Hold on here. Photos, camera, give me 1 second here. Android users, sit tight. Okay, so iOS users, if you have iOS 14 installed, there is a feature in iOS 14, go into settings, go into camera, and then when you go into camera, you want to go down so you see something called mirror front camera. Mirror front camera. And when you turn that on, it's going to flip your image. So if you see things backwards, by turning on mirror front camera, it's going to show things correctly at that point. It's in iOS 14. All right, next question. Matt Gebri, I believe your name is pronounced. What is your personal opinion of YouTube Shorts? Maybe doing 1 to 2 videos extra per week. Are these kinds of videos not too much? So as far as I know, they've only rolled that out to India and specific beta testers. My opinion of Shorts is that obviously they're trying to go head-to-head against TikTok and Dub Smash and Triller and some of the other short-form media platforms, Instagram Reels. Look, YouTube has given us another tool. I think you should try it and use it and see how your audience responds to it. From my understanding, it's not going to be monetized currently. Currently, there's no plans to monetize it from what I've heard. If you upload a video, I might get this backwards. If you upload it, like if you edit a video in another platform and you upload the video, I believe you can upload up to a 60-second video. However, if you use the native recorder inside of Shorts, it can only be like 30 seconds, I believe. So I don't know. I think YouTube has built-in traffic. I mean, people like stories. Are they going to like Shorts? I think they'll like Shorts. I know they're putting music. They are going to have music for people to use. So that's a plus. I try it. It's a feature. Try it. When I have Shorts, you can better believe I'm absolutely going to try it. You know, short form content is here to stay. It doesn't matter if you like short form content or not. It's here to stay. You might as well take advantage of it. Angelic says, are using Windows 10 right now and record straight from this. I don't have a camera. Also use iPhone 11. Okay, right. But if you use iPhone 11, are you using the camera inside of the iPhone? That's what I'm asking. If you use the camera inside of the iPhone, you can flip your image if you have iOS 14, the latest operating system. Use Windows 10 right now to record straight from, I don't have a camera. How are you editing the videos? Give Doug as much information as you can, because Windows 10, there's a lot of different ways you can work with Windows 10. But essentially what you're looking for, it doesn't matter what you're using, you're looking for an app or you're looking for a piece of software that allows you to flip or mirror the image, and that will flip that around. Next question, low carb cocktail guy. Not a question, but thank you. I have a very small niche, low carb cocktails. There's plenty of low carb cooking channels out there, but occasionally I put up a cocktail video up. But like I said, this is a thank you. I went from 400 subs to I'm about to hit 2,500 in about a year. High fives, man. I'm super happy with that. Thanks for your channel and advice. Thanks for all you do. Man, super happy for you. Congratulations. You're doing all the things, and you're growing. I love it. Next question, the Brother G Show. So I've been on YouTube for at least 2 years, and I'm still trying to find my target audience so I can get more people to view my episodes and get more people on the episodes so they can have their experience on my channel. That wasn't a question. That was a statement. Are you asking me how to get more people? I'm going to look at your channel. First of all, just your channel name. I just want to mention, there's no way I could ever remember your channel name. Like ever. I will never remember your channel name. That's way too complicated. Brother G Show. What are you doing? Post every Sunday. Brother View being positive. Videos. Okay, so my advice for you, I'm not going to dig in too deep onto this. I'm not going to pull your channel up. You need to spend some time on YouTube. You need to learn how to craft a title. You need to learn how to make a thumbnail, right? You're not reaching a target audience because you're not making videos for anybody, right? Just like the Brother G channel, the Brother G Show, making mistakes, the Brother G Show. Thank you, everyone. The Brother G Show, talking about relationships. Like who are you trying to reach? So you're not reaching an audience because you're not speaking to an audience. You're literally speaking to no one with these videos. So you need to be very specific. Who are you trying to communicate with? Define those people. Who are they? Where do they live? How old are they? Are you trying to reach men? Are you trying to reach women, kids, mixed audience? Where do they live in the world? What language do they speak? Get very specific about who this audience is, and then figure out a way to communicate to them. What are they into, right? What are other types of content that this demographic is into? How do I communicate with these people? But what you're uploading right now, you're not growing because you're not, like you're putting the Brother G Show, like episode 32, the Brother G Show, for example. That's not how you write a title at all. So go subscribe to Brian G. Johnson. Go to Google, go through the YouTube. Here's what you do. Go to Google, go to google.com, type in YouTube Creator Academy. YouTube Creator Academy. I'm actually going to do that right now for you. YouTube Creator Academy. Let me show you this. Let me show you what this looks like. Let me, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to come off here. Creator Academy. Okay, this is the YouTube Creator Academy. If you go to Google, type this in, YouTube Creator Academy, right here. Boom, YouTube Creator Academy. This is a free course. It's a series of courses created by YouTube that teaches you how YouTube works. They teach you everything about YouTube. This is more or less a basic instruction manual about how to use YouTube. They talk about monetization. They talk about what they expect of you as a creator. Look, getting started, content strategy, production, channel optimization, money and business, policies and guidelines, right? There's a series of courses here. They test you. It's totally 100% free. There's no scam. There's no upsell. This is created by YouTube. Every single person in this chat right now who's struggling and you're trying to figure out how to grow, and you're like, I'm a little bit lost, and you have not gone through the YouTube Creator Academy yet, when this live stream is over, you need to go to Google and you need to start with the YouTube Creator Academy. It's going to take you a while. There's a ton of courses in there. There's literally a ton of courses in there. So you need to start there. Yeah, you haven't found your target audience because you're not speaking to anyone. So your titles are all wrong, completely wrong. Go follow Brian G. Johnson. Go see the YouTube Creator Academy. Learn, go follow everybody. Go to YouTube. How to write a good YouTube title. You've got it all backwards. What you're doing is more than I can get into during this chat right now. So you've got potential. You're putting in the work. You're putting in the work. So that's not the issue. You've got to learn how to craft your channel and all of your videos so they connect with the audience that you're trying to reach. You're trying to talk to somebody. You just have to figure out who that is. Next question. YG4L Vlogs with a Z. That's one of those funky channels I was talking about. How do I get people to watch my videos and sub? You got to make, same thing, man. They're not, are you a gaming channel? Hold on. No, you're not a gaming channel. Okay, hold on here. I almost dismissed you as a gaming channel. You almost got different advice. Okay, so you have one video. You have one video up and you uploaded a week ago. Same thing for you. Your title is Slide Pool Party Vlog number 1. So here's what I've got for you. Since you've literally just started, you've just started YouTube. First of all, congratulations. Welcome to YouTube. Upload videos. Just start uploading videos. Upload whatever you want to upload, because you need to figure out, like, you're uploading a slip and slide, some sort of a pool thing. So it looks like you're going to have a mixture of content. So just upload. When you get to like 50 uploads, 75 uploads, come back and let's have a conversation. But right now, like, you've got one video. I don't know what direction you're wanting to head. I don't know what you're trying to do. Hold on here. I need to scroll through hold on here. Looking for answers. Have a good one, Mark. Hey, Patty Broussard, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Congrats on your Instagram Reel success and your TikTok success. You're absolutely smashing it over there. So I'm trying to see what Angelique says. I'll try this so much. Okay, yeah, Angelique, I without knowing exact specifics, I can't give you an exact answer, but look for flipping. Anything that says flip or anything that says mirror. All you need to do is take your footage and literally have it flipped, and it's going to fix everything. If you're on Twitter, send me a tweet. If you can get, like, this is what I edit with this software, that would be helpful. All right, I got 2 super chats coming in. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Super chat.
Feels good. Oh, it feels so good. Sammy Superstar, thank you so much, my man. Says, I heard you talking about short form content just a minute ago. I just started short form videos and my followers are liking it. Short form's here to stay. Short form's here to stay. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I was a diehard YouTube, hey, I'm watching YouTube videos. TikTok is stupid. For the longest time, it was just, there's not kids, but there's half naked girls dancing on TikTok every time I open it up. It just is stupid. This is the dumbest thing possible. Who wants to watch that? Here's what happened. So when TikTok gives you a video, if you don't like the video, you can press on it and you can hold the video and you can say not interested, right? You have to train the TikTok algorithm to give you more of what you want and less of what you don't want. So by telling them what I was not interested in, then by engaging in the content that I was interested in and following the channels that I was interested in and giving them hearts and leaving comments and that sort of thing, I trained TikTok to give me what I want. Now, it's not 100%. So TikTok is now maybe 90%, give or take. It's 90% content that I absolutely love. I'm getting business advice on here. I'm getting photography tips. I'm getting real estate tips. I'm getting investment tips. I'm getting comedians. I'm getting people who make cool things with their phones. I'm getting graphic designers. I'm getting so much amazing content on TikTok now. And it's completely changed where I focus my time. So before, where I might be laying in bed watching a YouTube video, now I'm usually laying in bed watching TikTok. Or if I'm on the sofa just vegging out or something, occasionally it's YouTube, but now it's more so TikTok, because TikTok, man, the algorithm is so good on TikTok. It knows exactly what I want. I'd say almost better than YouTube. And there's no commitment. Like, hey, okay, here's a YouTube video. It's 5 minutes. It's 20 minutes long. It's 15. I don't have time for that right now. TikTok, it's a minute or less. It's a minute or less. And people are just giving like rapid fire tips. So it's topic to topic, right? I can watch a 3-minute video on YouTube. Somebody wasting my time. Hey guys, how's it going, fam? So today we're gonna blah, 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 versus TikTok, it's 1 minute, it's rapid fire. They don't have time to waste. They come in, they give you the juice, and then they leave. So yeah, TikTok, man, it's a force to be reckoned with. And while you probably think it's stupid, and I know if you're in India, you hate TikTok because of the whole propagandized government clashes with China. I get it, but like for the rest of the world, don't sleep on TikTok. Patty is crushing it over on TikTok right now. Absolutely crushing it. She can tell you. Discoverability on TikTok is so much easier than it is on YouTube. So much easier. Oh, we got another super chat. Which one are we gonna hit? It is now.
Super chat.
Patty Brassard, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you. I love it. Romantic, have a good one, man. Have a good one. Yeah, look, look, don't sleep on short form content. I know a lot of you hate it. I know a lot of you bought into the media hype when everything was just like, we have to ban TikTok because you're going to end up in a Chinese dungeon if you don't. Media hype, right? TikTok's here. Everything's fine. The universe didn't collapse on our head. We're not in a dungeon. Everything is fine. Don't sleep on these platforms. Like those of you who are struggling to grow on YouTube, spend some time on the short form platforms. Try TikTok, try Instagram Reels, try Dubsmash, try Triller, try Likey, right? These are all short form platforms. They're all exploding and growth is so much easier on these platforms. You might have to experiment, right? You might have to experiment with different types of content, but it's fast and it doesn't take a lot of time to make that content. All right, moving on, moving right along. I'm just going to cheerleader TikTok all day long. It's powerful. And if you're a musician and you're trying to figure out how to get people to listen to your music, TikTok all day long. Caden Plays, ask the next question. How can I grow faster on YouTube? We've already went over that. Cowboy Rejects, love the name. How do I make my channel grow faster? We've already gone over that one. Venom Brother of Android 18, interesting name of the day, says, how do I grow my channel to 1,000? We didn't cover that, but here, let me see where you're at. Let me see where your channel is. You are at 589 subscribers. 589 subscribers. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is, so like your Minecraft, right? Let's play Minecraft for Xbox 360. You're tackling that really well. Thumbnails, titles, you're doing all that stuff. That's good. The other stuff, like your other uploads for streams and stuff like that, you need to tackle those as well. Better titles, better thumbnails. How do you grow to 1,000? You got to 589 subscribers. So whatever worked to get to 589 subscribers, you keep doing that. You double down on those things. Go into your analytics, look at the videos that are performing in the past 90 days. What videos are still driving views over the past 90 days and which ones are bringing in most views? Make more videos like that, right? It got you this far, double down on the ones that are working. Next question. Shark Gaming. I recently got monetized and have 1.2 thousand subscribers. When is the best time to introduce my face in my gameplay? Right now. Right now? Dude, don't look, man, if you're not putting your face out there and you want to put your face out there, just put your face out there. Don't, you know, I know some people do like face reveals and that sort of thing, but just if that's what you're going to do, just do it and move on. Just do it like today, do it tomorrow, your next video, your next live stream, put your face out there. Just do it. The more people can put your face to content, like you become human. When you're just a voice, it's just a voice, right? That voice can be interchanged with anybody. If you think of a channel like Brightside, doesn't matter who does the vocals for Brightside. It can be the man, it can be the woman. There's no real connection there. It's just somebody doing a voiceover. But when there's a human there, when you can make that human connection, things get interesting then with the channel because now you can connect with somebody. I like this person. or, you know, I don't like this person. Putting a face out there can be powerful. So yeah, your next stream, your next video, jump on it. Next question from Asmiko. If the music isn't mine, is that okay to upload? No. No, it's not. You will get a copyright claim, and in some cases, a copyright strike. If you don't own it, if you don't have permission to use it, if you don't have a license for it, if you're not legally allowed to use it, don't use it. Next question, Zane Sa. Everyone wants to grow quick on marketplace platforms. How can I make attractive content while making viewers understand there is no quick way? Quick way is attractive and get views. I don't want that as I don't believe in it. Well, the quick way is to get, I mean, the quick way is to get views. Like, no, the quick way is to, like I said before, connect with an audience, right? Like I started my channel with a very target audience in mind. I wanted to make content for other people who wanted to make content with their phone and for YouTubers who went to YouTube and all they have is their phone. Like that's my audience. So when I started my channel, I knew coming in, this is the audience I want to speak to, right? I want to have a conversation with someone who has a phone and they want to be a YouTuber, right? I want to have a conversation with them. I want to make content for them. I want to help them. I want to solve their problems. So then I sat down and I said, okay, what videos can I make that I can solve their problems, right? For my type of content, right? For tutorial type content, utility type channels, it's more question and answer based, right? So what questions would somebody have? They want to be on YouTube and all they have is their phone and they don't know what to do. Well, now I'm going to make videos answering question by question by question. What app should I use to edit my videos? Bam, there's a video for me, right? Best app for YouTubers, best video editing app for YouTubers. Bam, I just fired that off, right? Do I need a microphone? Bam, there's a video. I fired that off. So I answer their questions with videos. You can grow really fast, right? If your thumbnails look good, you title it the right way, and people respond positively to your videos, man, if people watch your videos, like that's how you're going to grow. So how do you attract content while making viewers understand there is no quick way? Same way I just told you. Tell them the truth. If you know what the truth is, then you just tell them the truth. If you know the things that can help them grow, you tell them the things that can help them grow. You let them know there isn't a quick button, right? There's no red button that says I'm going to grow fast. There's just making content that people respond to, and knowing who your audience is the first step of that. So you look, man, you just turn on the camera, speak your truth, tell them what's up, be real with them, let them know. It's a lot of work. You're going to put a lot of work into this, and you're going to suck at first, but it's okay. You got to keep going. Next question. Like a Bully Homestead. What are the best free apps for editing and channel art? Is there a too soon time to merch on a channel? Best free apps for editing. Best free apps for video editing. I'm going to go for, are you on an Android? You're on an Android, so I'm going to go with VN or VLLO. Those are probably two of the best for video editing. Channel art, I would go with Pixel Lab or PixArt for channel art. Or you can use Canva. Canva has an app as well. You can use free templates for that. Is there too soon of a time to start merch on a channel? No. No, start today. Design your merch, put your merch out there, start tomorrow. There's no right or wrong. Designing shirts is like everything else. Like you might not make the best designs at first, but through trial and error, you will learn designs that people respond to, that people buy. So you might as well get started. Don't delay. I'm hopping into the chat here. Okay, so now I've closed the form. That's all the form questions. We're going to do rapid fire. Actually, first of all, is apps that rule. Joe, are you still in here? Is apps that rule still in here? We're going to do rapid fire questions. Farmstead Smith says, alrighty, D, great live, must go. My husband's giving me the eye. Tell your husband I said hello and tell him I give him the eye right back. I think Joe's gone. Insane McLean says, KineMaster is awesome though. It's less than $25 a year. Yeah, KineMaster is great. It's not free. Yeah, if you're talking Android paid apps, I'm going to go with KineMaster all day long. Free, I'm going to go with VN, VLLO. I think they do have upgrade options now on those, but the free versions are pretty good. And I think InShot. Joe left a little while ago. Okay, right on. All right, here we go. Rapid fire questions. If you have a question, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do this. Question. Right? Write your question like that. That's what we're going to do. Write question, all caps, then write your question. Rapid fire questions, anything you want. We're going to burn through these. I'm going to take them as they go. Let's do it. I'm going to pull this off. Get the comments out here. And you got to write question in front of it. I'm only looking for question, the word question. So if you didn't write question, then I'm going to glaze right over it. Rapid fire. Let's go. Patty Broussard, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. And again, congratulations on your success. I love that you're just crushing it over there on Reels and TikTok. I love it. Yeah, it has to go on like this, just like that. Question 2, buddy. Answer, yes. My question is Kudjus. Yeah, that's actually a town in Iceland, Beanie. So yes. Let me see, going up here. Hey, Play with Kartik. How you doing? Nice to see you in here. Gavin Hall, how you doing? Scrolling through here. Question, is my name too long? Russian rooster living with spina bifida. Absolutely, it's too long. I would, that's a great question, by the way. Yeah, I think it's too long. So I would pick a name, right? Just say, for example, Russian rooster would be your name. I would get that across all the social media platforms, right? And then when somebody comes to your channel, like living with spina bifida, like that would be my tagline. But I would even take that a step further. Like if your channel is about living with spina bifida, what exactly are you trying to do with your channel? Are you trying to make people aware? Are you trying to help people who also have spina bifida? Right? Like whatever it is you're trying to do with your channel. Let's say you're trying to help other people who have spina bifida. Then it would be like Russian rooster, you know, helping people live their best life with spina bifida, or something like that, right? Keep it as short as possible. Like be very specific about what you're doing because, you know, living with spina bifida, what exactly does that mean? Are you going to teach me something? Are you going to educate me? Are you going to teach me how to take care of somebody with spina bifida? Are you trying to help me because I have spina bifida? Be very specific about that tagline. That's your value proposition, right? Your name, that's about you. But that your tagline, your value proposition, that's all about the viewer. Tell them what they're going to get when they when they come to your channel, right? Your tagline or your value proposition. That's about them. So tell them what's in it for them. House of Scullies. Question, have you decided when to do a members stream? It's going to be within the next couple of days. I was going to, when I started this stream, I thought about doing one after this stream, but man, my voice isn't going to make it. So it'll happen within the next couple of days. I'll post it in my community feed in the Facebook group. I'm waking up a little bit earlier these days. I was on a weird schedule before where I was sleeping later. I've been waking up a lot earlier, so I'll give some advance notice on that, and we'll do it actually earlier in the daytime. Question, rub-a-dub-a-dub-dub. Hey, Rick. I don't find that funny, Rick. I remember when you had 5. Yeah, I do too. I remember when I had 5,000. It's been a while. Question, do member-only videos and streams have any individual analytics that affect your overall channel? I don't. So on the desktop version, for some people, you have the ability to do a members-only live stream, and you can have members-only video content. I haven't done that. So what I do for my live streams is I just go live unlisted, and then because I don't have that feature, some people have that feature. I go unlisted, and then I just post a link in my community feed. So and I haven't tried anything member specific because I don't have access to anything member specific. The only thing I can post specifically for members is a community post. So I don't have access to those features yet. Question, how do we get recognized as a YouTuber just starting out? Man, look, be so good that people cannot ignore you, right? You want to be recognized, then you need to be so good that people cannot ignore you, or be so helpful to other people that they can't ignore you, right? You got to be good at what you do, or you got to be able to provide massive amounts of value to people, help people out. That's how you get noticed. One or the other. Question: what do you use to go live? It depends on what I'm doing, but currently for these Sunday streams, I am using a live streaming platform called StreamYard. StreamYard is this. You can go to StreamYardFree.com. You can stream a StreamYard for free. This is actually great for bringing on guests. Like I could bring in a guest right now and they would pop up on the screen. We could have a conversation. You can run it from your phone, from a browser. It's not an app. It is browser-based. You can stream for free. The only difference is they put a logo up in the corner when they do that. And I think you're limited to like 20 stream hours per month. Let's see. Question: how to set up a budget studio? Hey man, that's a great question. Set up a budget studio. Man, my camera is just having focus problems. A budget studio is probably going to be, you need budget lights. You need to find budget lights. So, and I don't know what your budget is. You can go to your home supply store and get like lamps and that sort of thing. But just know that the color from those bulbs aren't the best. However, you can do it. You can do it. You just might have to white balance things a little bit better. But if you can spend, 60, this light right here, moderators, if you don't mind going over to the StreamYard channel and getting a link to the video that I made talking about lighting over on the StreamYard channel, if you could drop that link into the chat. I made a video talking about this light and the lights that I have behind me. I think this looks great. What do you guys think? Like, this is budget. This light right here in front of me is like $68. And you don't even need a light behind you. That's like $90. But this one's like $60. If you don't have $60, which I understand if you don't, you can just open up a window, shoot in the daytime, let the natural sun come in. You can take a white sheet, tape it up against the window so it softens the light as it comes in. And of course, you're going to need a microphone. So, if you're on a budget, get the Boya BYM1 lavalier, little clip-on mic. It's around 20-something US dollars. Question: 95% of views are not subbed, 5% are subbed. Is this normal? That's kind of on the extreme end. I'm at about 70% not subscribed. Generally speaking, you want a lot of people who are not subscribed watching your content. That means YouTube is actually showing your videos to new people, right? You want new people coming in. If you had 100% subscribers watching, that means nobody new is finding your channel. Your channel's dead, right? So you want a good percentage of people that are not subscribed watching your videos. That's on the extreme side, 95%. Still, I wouldn't worry about it. If your channel is growing, and you are seeing some growth and the views are coming in and people are engaging, I wouldn't worry about it. But if you're like dead in the water and you're seeing that sort of thing, then I would jump right into my audience retention. I would see how people are responding to my videos. How long are they watching my videos? If you find that people are leaving your videos right away, then focus everything on getting people to watch longer. It's easier said than done. But through editing, through presentation, through how you communicate, you'll have to find ways to get people to watch longer. Like I said, I'm at around 70% non-subscribers who watch my videos. And that's great because that means that YouTube is always showing my videos to new people. So it allows my channel to grow. Question: the lighting keeps changing from bright to dark. Help? I have no idea. Change your bulb? I don't know. Question: how to make our family channel unique? The Donks family. First of all, it's a pretty, I like the name. How do you make it unique? Well, I'll tell you how you don't make it unique. You don't make it unique by doing all the same things that every other family channel is doing, okay? There's two sides to this. One thing that you can do to grow your channel is to collaborate, which might be difficult now because of COVID, but to collaborate with other family channels. Do challenges together, do things together. What you want to do, let's just talk about growth for a second, family channel. You want to be exposed to new audiences. Okay, so all these different family channels, you want to help each other expose, share audiences, basically. So you collab with this family. Now their audience sees you and your audience sees them. You collab with this family, right? Their audience sees you, your audience sees them. So that's a great way for growth. You can do challenges, whatever you want to do it that way. But in terms of non-collaborative videos, if you do what everybody else is doing, then it's going to be like everything else. So, and this is where you're going to have to think outside of the box. And this is the tough part, right? You're going to have to think of things that you can do as a family, places you can go as a family, situations you can put your family in, safely, of course, to where it might be something that other families aren't doing. So I know it's easier said than done, but you're going to have to think out of the box on this one. But definitely collaborate. Definitely collaborate with other family channels. That's going to be a key to growth. And you're going to have to find something the other channels aren't doing, right? Let's study the other channels. Study some of the bigger channels and say, okay, what are they not doing? Like where are some gaps that need to be filled? And then fill those gaps, right? It could be that you approach it from an educational point of view, right? Like maybe you help other channel families get started on YouTube. Or maybe you're into homeschooling and you focus hard on, homeschooling 3 kids, right? Instead of just 1 kid. Or you're gonna have to really think about what is it that you guys do as a family? What skills you have as a family? What information and knowledge you have as a family? And what are the other families not doing? And then try to fill in those gaps. Easier said than done. I wish you luck on that one. But definitely collaborate if you're not doing it already. Question, what if my content is different than my older videos, but I enjoy doing them a bit more? Do it. I mean, look, man, if you want to change your channel, then change your channel. If it's a little bit different, that's fine. What matters is how people respond to those, right? If you change up your channel, you might lose some of the people who are on board now, but you might gain a lot more people than you're losing. So you're going to have to experiment with the type of content you want to make and see what works. Let's see here. Oops. Viper's in the house, dropping the fire per usual. What's up, Viper? What's up, people? All right, let's see here. Hold on. I just lost my place. Hold on here. Channel name. Question about my channel name. I'm doing a bit of everything right now, and then I do a target audience based on views. It's long. DIYs and more with the Fosters. I think that's really, really long. It sounds like a family channel to me. So if you're doing like a family channel and you're doing all sorts of DIY, doing all sorts of things, I would just call it the Fosters or something Fosters or the Fosters something. And then your value proposition, your tagline, tell them exactly what that is, right? Your tagline, your value proposition, that's about the viewer. That's about what's in it for them. I think the name's too long. DIYs and more with the Fosters. Just brand it, man, the Fosters or something along those lines. Question, can I do a voiceover video clips merged together to start? Can I voiceover? If they're your video clips and you do the voiceover, then yes. Make the content however you want. There's no rules here. There's no rules. You can make content however you want to make it. The only thing that matters is that people respond to it, that people watch it. So no matter how crazy of an idea that you have, try it. Make a good looking thumbnail, come up with a great title, and then see how people respond to it. Make a bunch of those videos, right? Like if you're starting at 0 and you don't have anybody watching yet, it's going to take you a while to get people to watch your content, but just make a bunch of content and see what works, see what doesn't work. Question, I'm in need of a mobile editing app on Android that will allow me to overlay images on video. Most apps are too basic for this feature. Check out VN or check out VLLO. One of those will work. Question, what app helps you find good keywords to use? The TubeBuddy app would do that. There's a link down in the description below for TubeBuddy. The free version, however, gives you three searches on that. If you want additional ones, you do have to upgrade to that, but for free, you get 3. Question, TubeBuddy and Morning Fame are giving me great ratings, but I'm stuck at 10,000. Still not sure what I'm doing wrong. Watch time is up, subs and views are down. So it's possible, and this has happened to me more than once, to get great ratings. Like TubeBuddy says, this is a great opportunity for your channel. Morning Fame says, this is a great opportunity for your channel. Then you make the video and you just completely blow it with a crappy thumbnail, or your video sucks, right? Or your hook isn't good. Maybe your video is great, but your hook is weak, right? Great rankings, great thumbnail, great topic. your hook is weak and you lose them. So there's all sorts of variables there. Morning Fame and TubeBuddy help you find the opportunities. It's still up to you to make a banger of a thumbnail and to make a great video. Question followed by your question. Yes. Rapid fire, importance of cards. It's a feature that YouTube allows us to, any feature that YouTube gives us, use it, right? You will send traffic from cards. You might not send a ton, but you will send up. The thing about end screens, the thing about cards, the thing about pinned comments, the thing about descriptions or links in your own descriptions, on just one video, it doesn't make a huge difference, especially if you're not getting a lot of views. But when you scale that across your entire content library and you have 100 videos or you have 200 videos, and maybe 20 of those videos are just killing it with views, that's where things really start to add up. Now, you might not be seeing that now, but a month from now, next week, next year, you don't know where your channel is going to be. So it's a great practice to get into now. If you are going to drop a card, though, drop a card like in the last 25% of the video. Then what you can do, come back a couple weeks later, look at your audience retention and see where the biggest drop off is. And I'm not talking about the drop off at the beginning, that little slope that everybody leaves at the beginning. I'm talking about like if you see a massive drop, you know, like a minute in, people are like, okay, I'm out. Drop a second card right before that drop happens. Right before that drop, go through all your videos, find out the one spot where people just leave. Like you'll see it. You'll see it. If there's a drop off, you might not see it. But if you see something that is a noticeable drop, put another card right before that drop because you want to try to get their attention before they leave that video. So instead of clicking off of your channel, they watch another one of your videos. So you still get that watch time. Question, how do you do a members stream? First of all, you have to have a YouTube has to have members activated on your account. And then some people have a members live stream option. I don't have it, so I do a stream that's unlisted, and then I share the link to the unlisted live stream in my community feed, and I can post a members only link in the community feed. And I think we just got a super chat. 1 second here. I think we got a couple super chats. Hold on here. Insane McLean, man, how's it going? I think I got Angelic Empowerment. Here we go. Is another one.
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Scrolling through the chat here, see what I missed. All right, scrolling through. The importance of YouTube cards, again, it's they give you the feature. The importance of it is you are giving someone the opportunity to watch another video of yours. That's why it's important to put them towards the end of your video where people might start to be losing interest in that sort of thing. It's just like, hey, make it relevant though, right? If they came there looking for a particular type of content, make sure the card also links out to a particular type of content. Question, growing on a multi-platform all at once or just focus on YouTube? I need some water. It's entirely up to your energy. I know some people say be everywhere. That doesn't work for me. I think be everywhere you can be consistent. I think that's a good way to put it. If you can be consistent on 2 platforms, then upload to 2. If you can be consistent to 3 platforms, upload to 3. But what you don't want to do is end up in a situation where one of the platforms is missing out because you can't juggle everything. Angelic Empowerment, thank you for that super chat and super sticker. I do vlogs, reviews, videography, sometimes comedy. I particularly don't have a niche, so I would make different channels, but I feel like it's going to take time to grow the channel. Well, yeah, I mean, what you're doing is you're doing all sorts of different types of content. Number one, I'm not going to say you can't do it. You can make any sort of channel that you want. It's your channel. Do with it as you wish. But you have to understand if you're doing different types of content, you're usually going to grow a lot slower than if you were to niche down. By niching down, you give YouTube a ton of information about your channel. This channel is about this. That's very powerful, helping YouTube get connected with the right viewers, right? It's also great for the audience, right? If you make your channel a destination, like people know, if you want to learn how to YouTube with your phone, you go to Dee's channel, right? My channel is a destination for mobile content creators. If I did mobile content creation, I did vlogging, I did comedy, I did engine repair, and I did fingernails. Maybe my girlfriend pops in a video and does my fingernails from time to time. Like that's such, like I'm going to segment my audience all over the place. And I'm going to grow a lot slower because of that. But I've made my channel a destination. And you get known for that. Like, what do you want to be known for? This is a question for anybody in the chat right now. What do you want to be known for on YouTube? Right? I want to be known as a mobile guy. I want to be the guy who helps people succeed on YouTube with their phone. I want to be the guy who helps you succeed at live streaming. I want to be the guy who helps you edit your videos with your phone, right? Do all the things with your phone. Like I want to be that guy. And once you become known as that guy or that girl or that woman or that man, like, man, that's so powerful. And people start to share that information out. So when somebody's posting on Facebook, hey guys, how do I do this? You need to go subscribe to D. On Twitter, hey, what's the best, whatever, you need to go follow D, right? Like once you become known for something and your channel becomes a destination, I can't even put into words how powerful that is. People do the marketing for you at that point. So I pick one and run with it, man. D basically did a budget studio up recently. Yes. Thanks, Pia. How do you gain views with a simple thumbnail? Okay, your thumbnail is the deciding factor on if someone is going to watch your video. It all starts with your thumbnail. You open up YouTube, what do you see? You see thumbnails. Yeah, you see some text, but you're looking at the thumbnails, right? Mostly we're looking at the thumbnails. And if the thumbnail does not get clicked, you don't get a view. So that's the thing. In terms of a simple thumbnail, there's no right or wrong to a thumbnail. The only thing that matters is it gets clicked. If you are in a niche where people are making very busy, crazy, colorful thumbnails, you could try a strategy where you go the opposite. So instead of going busy and crazy and colorful, you go minimal and black and white. It could be a very simple thumbnail. It doesn't even have to have words on it, right? Only thing a thumbnail has to do is get clicked. There's no rules to how it gets clicked. It just has to get clicked. Thanks, Doug. Much appreciated, man. Question, other than making sure I know about the app I'm going to talk about, would you have any suggestions on what I should and could do? Brother, I have no idea what app you're going to talk about. The best thing that I can, so if you're making a video about an app, the best thing I can tell you to do is teach people how to use the app, right? Frame the video around how people can use the app. And you can also talk about how you use the app. So people generally want to know how to use an app. So that's what your thumbnail is. Your title can be that. The video is just, and then video starts, tell them what you're going to show them. Like today, I'm going to show you how to use the whatever app. You know, this is an app that I use on a regular basis to do X, Y, Z. Tell them how you use the app and then just jump right into it. Don't waste any time. Just arrived. Fashionably late, as usual. How can you pin live stream comments if like this? I'm using StreamYard. If by actual pins, I don't know what, there's at a certain level where you can pin certain things on in chat. I don't know what that level is. Blessings from Jamaica. Okay, hold on. Stacy, is there a delay? Yes, there's a delay. Mike's come in and says, I want to be known for iOS app tutorials and simple video editing tutorials. Boom, right there. That's it. There you go. Right, that's very specific. So Mike here, he knows exactly what he wants to be known for. And if you go to his channel, he's making videos specifically for that. He's got videos on LumaFusion. He's got videos on Videoleap, right? He's got videos on InShot. Not just videos, he's got entire playlists. Like that's what he wants to be known for. So he's knocking out those videos so he can be known as that. I mean, it's a process, man. It takes a while, as Mike knows, you know, but he's got it dialed in. He knows who he's talking to. He knows his audience is iOS users. He knows it's iOS users who want to learn how to edit video. Very dialed in audience there. That's super important. Question, thumbnails colored same as your channel or it doesn't matter? Okay, so there's a couple of ways to look at thumbnails. Have a good one, Sweeney. There's a couple of ways to look at thumbnails. When you look at your channel, here, let me pull something up here. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up my videos. Let me share my screen right here. We're going to talk about thumbnails just a bit. Later, Sweeney. Share my screen, Chrome, T. Nimmin. Okay, so if we're looking at my thumbnails here, like I have, except for some thumbnails, and I'll explain that, I do have, for most of my thumbnails, a certain look. And that look, whoopsie, that look is this sort of thing. Right? This right here. The tilted text with a phone screen, or maybe I've got a picture of myself in there. That look is kind of the base look that I have for my channel for thumbnails. And what you see is sometimes I use green, sometimes I do yellow, sometimes I do blue, right? I change that up a little bit because for my channel, I get a lot of search-based traffic. So if at the time I made the thumbnail, and a lot of it's probably changed by now, it was 9 months ago, this particular thumbnail, when I made it, when I was looking for that search term, yellow was going to be the text that actually stood out the most. Out of all the competitive thumbnails, that's probably changed by now. But at that particular time, that was the color scheme that would stand out the most. What I do is, because I have search-based traffic, right? If you're heavy search-based, this works for you. Go to YouTube, type your title in there, look at the top videos, look at the competition, see what the thumbnails look like, and say, okay, what can I do to stand out? Could be color choices, font choices, whatever. So that's why I changed the color. But overall, you see that I have a similar look. Now, I do change that up sometimes, right? You can see like, that's different, this is different, that's different, right? So I do have some that are different. And I do that based on the competition. And I do that based on how I think I can stand out. And sometimes I started that video off with my similar type of thumbnail and it just didn't do well. That style that generally does well does not do well with every topic. So maybe that thumbnail was really bad. And I'm like, okay, well, that didn't work. So I need to try a different type of thumbnail. And that's when you end up with, you know, different types of looks, right? So that happens. In terms of color, I mean, it's kind of like the Instagram grid. If you look at an Instagram channel of like a photographer, if you look at somebody like Becky and Chris, who has the best looking Instagram account out there, or Alan Palander, for example, just beautiful Instagram grids, beautiful, right? You look at it's got a look. Every photo is treated the same way. It's like they've got a look and a style that's uniquely theirs. And that looks great when you look at it on the grid. But when it's in your feed, when it's presented to you in the feed, none of that matters, right? Wow, that's a great looking picture. I like it, I save it, I share it, and that's it. Same thing kind of applies to your channel. Like, as you look at your channel as a whole, yeah, it does look nice and it helps with your branding to have some sort of something. It could be a font choice, it could be a color choice, it could be a logo or a little image somewhere. To have some sort of a look or a feel or a vibe, it can make it look really good. And it can help identify your thumbnails with other viewers. So they see a thumbnail over here and they say, oh, I recognize that. That's Dee's channel. I've seen those thumbnails before. So that can be helpful. But at the same time, a thumbnail is all about getting the clicks. So it's also okay to make a thumbnail that's completely different if you think that style will get more clicks than your other style. So a lot of people are going to tell you it has to look a certain way. And that can be helpful, especially with people identifying your content. But it's all about the click. So if you have to break the rules to get the click, then that's what you have to do. I mean, look at this one right here. This one's completely different. Look at this. Completely different than almost every thumbnail that I have. And I've tested all sorts of different thumbnails on here. I've also changed the background colors, blue, green, yellow. I've made all sorts of changes until I got one that worked. And now that one's creeping up on 100,000 views, right? You would never know that's from my channel. But I had to change it because it wasn't working the other way. Or, you know, some of these, like that doesn't look like anything. Some of these, you just have to do it differently in order to get the views, right? This style, you know, almost 500,000 views. See, you see how I started with all of these? I'm in the picture. I've got all the slant. That worked for a while. It worked for some videos. You know, this one's totally different. So there isn't a hard, fast rule on what you have to do. You just have to get the click. If you can get the click while having some sort of an overall theme, then yeah, that works. A vibe for your channel. Like, oh, you go to that channel. That channel's got a vibe, right? His thumbnails look a certain way, or her thumbnails look a certain way. But at the end of the day, man, just get the click. Get the click. Gotta say the last new live thumbnail is rad. Yeah, so funny thing about the last new thumbnail, Beanie, and I'll go back to that and share my screen for a second. I'm glad you mentioned that, because as rad as that looks, and I agree, I totally agree. I think the thumbnail looks fantastic. I used this image of myself. I had it here for this video. I made it for this video. And for my current subscribers, they didn't respond to it. Very, very poor click-through rate on that video. My initial thumb, which I thought looked really good, had a very poor click-through rate. So now I'm testing this out against some other thumbnails, some other colors. I'm changing colors, because what's going to happen is after my initial audience, after they're finished with this, hopefully it's going to get ranked in YouTube search, and search traffic is going to bring in a new audience of people, and they're going to respond differently to the thumbnail. So you might see the old one go up, but my initial thumbnail for my current audience did not respond well at all. It was actually a terrible performing thumbnail. So I think it looks cool. But again, this goes to show you, sometimes a good looking thumbnail just doesn't do what you want it to do. So you got to change it up. Got to mix it up. Alrighty. All right. On that note, guys, thank you, guys, girls, gals, beanies, Dougs. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the amazing questions. Guys, you gave me some great questions tonight. Some amazing questions. Thank you for that. Thanks for the super chats. Amazing questions. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the comments that you will come back and ask later. So once this video processes, if I didn't get to your question, you can come back and ask a question under the video as a comment, and I will come back and answer it there. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I will have a members only live stream here within the next couple of days. And then I will see you guys next Sunday, I believe, for those of you who are not members. So thank you.